very firm point that I solidified at the end of
Have
last session.
not yet left the ground.
Have not yet left the ground.
All right, so it is a new day. You've been when we last left off, you guys celebrated the arrival of Megan and Volt. They came with a black dragon that turned herself into a drow. And speaking of which, I forgot one token on this map that's currently hanging out with you guys. A little wormling that is currently scampering about on the front deck.
By the way, how little is little?
Large dog-sized, but little fur
Okay.
dragon.
Dragon Mama?
The dragon mama is in the form of a drow, and she's currently below decks.
He would make a good purse.
Anyway, this dragon has this dragon, while also being a black dragon, has sworn revenge against Septimus, and has decided that you guys are the best bet to, help her facilitate this. So she has a truce going with your team, to assist in helping you get to the water temple and to take down Septimus. Holly has talked to the captain of this particular ship after you managed to bribe / trick your way out of port, getting around the very uptight port dockmaster who wasn't letting any ships go. Has talked to the ship captain, Ember Knightley, about which way to go, and says that the first stop is getting to Mistvale, which is actually close by. You can see it on this map. It's over here. And that's what's going on for the day. It is currently overcast, and apparently Kurt is in the middle of going shark fishing over the edge of the ship.
And he currently has the ability to breathe underwater.
Yes.
Just in case.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I thought we were rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Because if not, then Amanet's immediately casting Spider Climb on Kurt.
Yeah, I thought we were rolling initiative too.
I'm just saying. I thought that was established at the end of the last session.
Just to interject real quick, anyone I applied aid to only gets 15, not 20.
Okay, does anyone then remember what it was that you were rolling initiative for? Because right now my brain is completely forgetting about
the shark.
Like, this was so time sensitive, you were giving us initiative,
yeah.
So no one's talking over each other. At least that's how it came across.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, sorry, it's like sometimes some of the problems with GMing different games for the same people, especially after 2 weeks, is that sometimes you forget what you're doing.
No, you're good.
I did not mean to put that in private.
Are we rolling for our NPCs as well that we had?
You can leave them where they are at the moment. They can help coordinate with the crew.
Is this a combat thing, or is this a Kurt drowning thing?
I doubt it's.
You don't know.
He's not drowning yet. He can't drown currently.
Okay. Yeah. In that case,
all you know is that Kurt has launched himself off the ship.
Do I care?
Yep.
He hasn't launched himself off the ship yet.
I'm guessing I don't really have a sheet for 83.
You sort of do, but you don't have anything in it yet. Because 83 isn't combat ready.
Okay. No worries. That'll be the next thing that Pink teaches him. He'll be a rogue.
Clank, clank.
Yeah.
He'll be a rogue.
Funny enough, there's actually a version that can be a decent rogue. Warforged can actually run the light armor frame. Unless you run the revised one, then it just doesn't have frames at all.
wouldn't you have to build the lighter frame into the original Warforged?
Yes, you would. And this was particularly currently designed to be some kind of soldier. It's basically what the build is.
Ooh, I need to close my
Well,
door.
I'm basing it off of the original like UA one, where it could take over a long rest to reconfigure itself for the different frames. But that's also off of the old one, not the revised one. The revised one is much more balanced, from what I've been told.
Okay.
It's probably a lot better. Oh. Alright, no, seriously, is it me, or does that look like a concerned shark peeking around the corner after it heard a loud noise in the middle of the night? Hello?
Hello, dear.
Hello, is anybody there?
On the right side.
Well, considering that
Can I join?
Oh,
considering there's currently a dwarf edging its, diving into the water.
I hear you guys are playing D&D.
D&D guys.
I want to play. I even brought my own sheet.
Should we just skip out on this entire section of the map so that the battle map, we can say that's the ocean?
Sure.
My
So that-
sheet is
I
waterproof.
mean, if you want to use it.
Yeah, we could use that to pretend it's the ocean. Because it's, the upper decking parts.
Unless someone is planning to go up, like a level.
Well, this area over here, this is where people are up above. So, but this is like, shooting over the edge. So that pretty much if you have to get melee combat anyway, you have to be in the water with it. So it really doesn't matter if this area in the center is being used as an ocean.
Center ocean.
So first person up is Clay. Clay, what do you wish to do?
I will walk to the edge. Look at the shark.
You just currently see a one of the shark, the shark back fin poking up out of the water, and Clay. Imagine by then Kurt has landed in the water.
Wait,
because you walked over there. By the time that you walked over there, Kurt would have finished. Would have been able to dive in.
I'm very confused. At the closing session, you said he was about to fall over.
Yeah.
But was not falling.
God damn it! I can't.
Like he was basically like balancing on his toes. One more tug, and he'd be gone.
Sorry.
Can I grab him then?
That's right. You harpooned this shark, didn't you?
Mhm.
That's what happened last time. Gah.
Yeah.
Sorry, like I said, 2
Using
weeks
bait
2 weeks
or something?
apart, and
You're good.
Yeah, you
Good, hun.
speared something and shot it in the water. You're all good.
yeah, 2 weeks, and it gets confusing sometimes, especially since I have you guys for another weekend, and I was busy planning all sorts of other stuff and completely forgot about the shark. My bad.
Oh, good. Oh,
No worries, hon.
Can I like? I'm just gonna take my sling and like throw a ball bearing at it with my sling, because that's like the best ranged weapon I have. Because I don't want to lose my daggers.
My sling, you mean?
Your sling, who knows?
Cal wouldn't have cared. It just
Things get lost. I don't think I get sneak attack even, so that's it. 8 damage. And I'm just gonna be like, okay, Kurt, don't fall in.
just don't fall in.
just stop falling.
You made your choices, man. Deal with them.
Yeah, so he's balanced there on his tiptoes, holding onto the harpoon, and it's looking like he's going to fall over. Char.
I'm assuming the shark's CR rating is higher than a 2.
Yes.
shark
Alright.
fight.
And it's currently hooked by a harpoon. It's got it sticking out of its
And
mouth.
yeah, the
Just
reason I
slowly
wanted
poking up on the thing. It's not very happy about this situation.
yeah, the reason I was double checking was because I wanted to turn into one. I guess I'm just gonna try and stop Kurt from going overboard.
There could be other sharks that are lower CR. You never know.
Yeah, I have to look that up. But for now, I'll just try and keep Kurt from tumbling over into the water.
Yes, Jesse.
What do you think this is, Ark?
Hey, Ark was actually a kind of a good game.
Okay, so I'm gonna, being right by Kurt and was helping with the fishing. Knowing probably there's something big down there. Can she see the shark?
You can see a bit of the fin and the line trailing into the water.
Perfect. Okay. So, for her action, she's going to cast Spider Climb to give Kurt a little bit more traction with his feet. So hopefully maybe that will help with him being able to stay on the deck. And then for bonus action, she's going to take her dagger and she is going to slice her wrist. And she is going to do Blood Curse of Bloated Agony against the shark. Disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks. It suffers necrotic damage if it takes more than one melee attack on its turn. And she is amplifying it, so that is a roll 1d6. Nice. Only 1 point of damage. And that lasts for a minute.
What's the DC on the Constitution saving throw?
DC is 13.
All right. Pink.
Hello. Yes. See, I can't drag whenever I talk, so I'm gonna move up. Can I make it over there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make over there and hold my action to jump.
Okay.
Yay.
Jump. When are you going to jump?
Bryson.
Where the shark gets close.
All right. You get
Oh my God.
your action is going to be jumping then. That's your held action.
Yes.
Bryson, what would you like to do?
I will old man walk over here. It's within 20 feet. And if I can see its fin, I'm going to shoot at it twice with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Because I was going to hex it, but it's like, it's already weak from the thing, so I don't need that no more.
Did you read the description on the item that I gave you, by the way? Should be at the bottom of your inventory, and I put a description of something in it that it should be of value to you.
I did not look at that. Now I know. And now just power, and I will go bop. And bop.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
You said that bloated curse makes a disadvantage on strength things, yes?
Correct.
Alright.
And checks, not saves. Woo!
I hear somebody typing.
I'm on mute just in case, but I don't think it was me.
Alright. So the shark is trying to pull out of the harpoon that it's been stuck with. And that's not going to be enough.
Hmm.
It's kind of like thrashing in the water. You still just see its fin as it is dragged closer. Kurt.
Yeah, sorry, I was just checking on DC.
Oh, it also does a Constitution saving throw at the end of its turn. And the blood curse goes away.
Help save Kurt for just that little bit of time.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading through the description of the DC for getting out of the harpoon.
Is that enough? I thought it was a 15.
Here, I think this it?
Oh, 14 then. Either way, it missed.
Oh yeah. So I'm not even sure. Yeah, okay. I guess they pull it out. They can pull it out on their turn if they want to, but they will take damage from doing so, I think. If they take it out.
The way that I have this, it set up in terms of how the harpoon is cut into it, it can't, because it has no hands and has no other abilities, it can't simply pull it out. It has to actually make the strength to, disentangle itself from the harpoon.
Yeah, but either way, if you pull out a harpoon or if you get the strength to get away from it, it will hurt you to pull it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. All right. Should I make some save or something to not fall over?
No, you've got spider clam on now. You're stuck. You're stuck there. You're good.
All right. Well, in that case.
Oh, I need to concentrate on that.
Spider dwarf.
Oh, sorry.
Get freaky with it.
So the line is tethered, like it's not loose.
Right, it's tethered to the weapon you're holding in your hands.
So if I would like, it is technically, yeah, it's grappled.
Mm-hmm.
So if I
it counts as grappled, yes.
Move, it goes with me.
True.
So I move. Okay, wait. If we grappled, I can only move half my speed, right?
Yeah.
All right. 10 feet. 10 feet here. So it's 10 feet closer.
Oh no.
And then I go 10 feet up the mast. And pull the shark out of the water.
Oh my god!
They're gonna have
fucking jumps on me, Kurt.
Okay.
I'm using.
When it was still in the water, you had all the tractionless space in there, all the frictionless space in there that you needed in order for you to pull something so much bigger than you.
Okay.
To pull it out of the water, you're going to need a new strength check.
Yeah.
Come on, Kurt.
Also, mathing, it's 25 feet movement, so half that is 12. I dash, so it's 10 feet and 15 feet. So it's 20. So it's 25. Half of it, 50.
Yeah, but you get up to the mast, and I said you need to make a high strength roll in order to
I'm just saying.
tug it out of the water, or you're just going to be basically
if
stuck
I pull
there.
it off, I'm doing 15 feet, not 10.
Yes.
So strength check.
Yes.
Come on, Kurt.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Let's see dice. Let's see what the dice
say
cards
this
say.
is athletics.
Yes, that's what I mean by
Pull
saying
a
strength.
giant shark out of the water.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by strength check.
Do the ting.
Oh,
nope. The thing is just too heavy for you to pull it up out of the water.
All right. So
you're gonna need help on that one.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Since I couldn't pull it up any further out of the water, does that mean the dash movement doesn't work?
You spent either a action. So yeah, because it's
Yeah. That's
action.
true.
Yeah, you spent it would have been like an action or a bonus action for pulling up out of the water. But since you have no way of doing that, you're basically stressing and straining your back and putting all of your aided movement, attempting to move up the vertically up the mast, and finding that no, this thing is just too heavy for you to do that.
It's a strange sight when he has like 1 foot on the floor and 1 foot on the mast and just pulling.
Yeah, and it's like the cable is completely taut and it's not moving anywhere else.
All right, that's my turn.
So it currently can't move.
Spell.
What sort of spell?
Oh, hang on.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
No spell. I think that's it. When to resist, the target makes a dexterity saving throw. Fails it, it takes. Sorry, this is a new weapon.
Yeah, and remember, it's not exactly like the harpoon gun from the from the book. You bought a lesser model.
Yeah. All right, but is the text I put up, is that still applicable on the fail save? The target, like it has to make a strength or dexterity? No, dexterity saving throw, or and it can get loosed.
I believe that was for when it was originally hit. So actually, that would have taken.
No. There's two different things, because this is a reel-in, and the other one is a.
Yeah, and you don't have a proper reel. Remember, that was the thing
right.
that you didn't you weren't able to. When you bought the lesser model, they said that you basically had you could anchor the harpoon gun.
All right. So
but then you would have to pull. Then you would have to actually. Then you'd have to pull it ever since. Right now, you're taut on it, so it's like straining at the harpoon, straining at that. If you accidentally drop the harpoon, the harpoon gun, it would be pulled into the water by this thing at the moment.
All right, then. Sorry. Then I'll remove the reel-in function.
Chris,
Yeah.
What about my questions? Does it look like that there could be more sharks in the water, or does it just look like that it's by itself?
You'll have to wait till your turn to do perception.
Okay.
Galadriel, your turn.
Alrighty. This is a quick question because I cannot remember. Does grapple provide advantage to ranged, or does it only provide it if it's restrained?
Restrained.
Yeah, this is it's grappled, but it's not restrained.
Grappled is just zeros movement.
Okay.
Yeah, it just makes them
could not remember.
Yeah,
So, what I'll go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and do it simply channel the Rod of the Pact Keeper and get one of my spell slots back, just in case. And then I'm just gonna step out of the way in case Kurt gets yoinked, so I don't get sent with him. Best of luck. I hope someone cuts the rope.
If I believe right, it's either a chain or a cable, isn't it?
I honestly have no clue.
Don't remember. I think it's rope. Wait, no. Did it have health or something?
For the harpoon?
Yeah. Can it be cut or broken, or is it literally just a harpoon getting ripped out?
I think it's a rope because we established that it was the cheaper version. That's why we got such a good deal on it.
We were also talking about making a mithril chain.
Oh shit!
You got a cheaper version because it doesn't have a reel-in function.
Just saying though, if you're trying to make a mithril chain, I would be fighting you for that mithril.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Do you not forget I have a personal quest.
Oh yeah, for your shield. I forgot.
Wow, love you too, guys.
I'll go on that quest with you, and once we find the mithril, I'll make a chain.
No, you just need a smith cleric. They can like polymorph metals, into different metals. So we'll just give him a bunch of gold and he'll make platinum.
So what are you doing, Clay?
Oh, it's my turn again?
Yes.
I made... I look at what Gerst is doing. I like walk over here. I mean, wait, the stairs are... Oh, yeah, wait. I need to get over here. So stairs, bonus action dash. So I'll get up here because I need to run back towards the stairs. Then I'll just be like, rocks! Boom. Rocks at the shark. And that's it.
Just throwing rocks at the shark.
Wait, where? Oh, okay. You moved me up. Okay.
Yeah, that's where the stairs go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, these are cabins. They're accessed by the doors. The stairs go up to the upper deck part. Oh, Char, sorry. Your turn, Char.
I really don't have many things to tackle something far away from us. No. Okay, I will. What is this? Yeah, I'm just gonna go over to Kurt and give him guidance.
Amunet.
Okay. Is this shark out the water? No,
No,
still in
it's
the water.
thrashing about. You see the head poking up now. There's a harpoon basically through part of its nose into its mouth. It doesn't impede it from biting anybody, but it can't get loose easily from that.
Okay. Yeah. Bonus action Hex. Disadvantage on strength. 2 shots. Regular crossbows because they are not active. Hold on one second. Fuck, I don't have it on this. I have to use my other sheet. One second. Oh, I don't have it on the other one either. Shit. Okay, so sorry, Grizz. No lightning on this one.
Okay.
Or on both of them. Sorry. They're just regular crossbows.
And 10
So just the
piercing,
piercing,
so
the
16
left.
piercing altogether.
Yep.
Don't forget your hex.
And second hex, thanks, Fluffy.
So Hex 2 points.
And then the second hit is...
How much damage Hex altogether?
Hold on. Uh, 8 damage in hex.
Okay. Pink.
So he's got to look into the water to see if he sees any other sharks.
Roll perception check.
How about that?
Yeah, you look into the water and you don't see any other shark fins sticking up.
He's going to jump onto the shark and try and stab it with his katana.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Yep, but I did read your description that its mouth is directly below you. Yes.
I mean, he could move over to the side a little bit before he jumps. As a precaution.
Pretty much the only thing you see down below you is a mouth. in the nose.
Oh, so he's risen up. Okay.
Yeah, since he's being pulled by the nose, his mouth is currently the only thing visible coming up out of the water.
But consider this, Pink. If you get past the teeth, what's he gonna do?
I mean, true.
You might
If you get past the
land.
teeth,
You
can
might
digest it.
land on its
Swallow
nose and be
you.
able to step on that, or you might land right in the mouth. At which point it gets, because either way, you get close enough to it, and a held action of bite anybody that comes nearby will invoke. You will get bitten, or at least it'll attempt to bite you.
Could I try and kind of like, instead of jumping, more like lunging towards it, sort of thing?
What's your range?
fast-
How far can you hit something?
What do you mean?
Which
range of weapons?
Yeah, what's the range of your weapon?
I mean, it's a katana.
5 foot then. It is 15 feet down.
But I mean, like, if I, instead of diving, like, just fall a bit and then kick off. You know, like how swimmers do it when they dive into the water?
Yeah,
How
I
it's, like,
said
super quick and
you
shit?
can try, but if you miss it, you're going to end up in that thing's mouth. So it is up to you. You can.
Yeah, I'm going to because it'll be fun.
Okay. Yep. Like I said, there's a good chance it'll swallow you.
Is it possible to do athletics?
You can't see this, but I'm saluting you.
Yes.
Yes, athletics.
Oh, sorry. we have to explain that to-
Awesome.
Shuttle.
Yes.
Hee 18.
What is happening?
Diving off towards the shark's
Make
mouth.
your attack roll on the shark, Pink.
Okay, and
Nice.
since should I also add the fighting style dueling? Since I'm attacking with the katana.
Make your attack.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yes,
I want to be able to
100.
describe this all in one go.
All
right. Pink launches himself off the side of the ship, right down at the shark. He tries to kick off the side, but he careens right into the thing's mouth as it bites down. As he stabs it right into the palate. So it gets an attack on you. Let's see.
That's fine.
Yeah, 18 damage to you as it bites down on your body. You stab it in the palate and then are now sliding down its throat.
It's fine, guys. I'll attack it from inside.
So now you're considered restrained because you're stuck in the throat.
It's fine. I'll stab it from the inside.
I mean, at least you can't miss.
Actually,
True. But still.
Well,
say
Imagine if
that.
I did miss inside that. God damn. Do I at least
It's hard
knock
to
out what at least bits off its teeth?
Its teeth are by your feet at the moment. You're
Wait, I got an extra 15.
Bless. Or aid, sorry.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I don't know who got aid, but people did get aid.
like 6
I've
people.
given aid to basically everybody.
Did Almanac get it? I don't have it on my sheet.
I cast it on 6 independent people.
Oh, I do. I'm a liar. Sorry.
Okay, so you're currently grappled and restrained inside of it. Let's see. Restrained creature's speed becomes 0. If its attack rolls against the creature, have advantage. Can't really attack you right now since you're inside. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Your attacks are have disadvantage. Alright. There we go. So you have disadvantage on anything
This
you
is
have to do, Pink,
fine.
and you can't do any bonus actions.
This is fine. It's fine. They're going to pull me up anyway when they kill it, right, Kurt? Because you want some shark meat?
Bryson, you just
Hmm?
saw this strange, quiet elf that you never even spoke to dive headlong into the shark's mouth, and all you see is the foot
and
now.
as he's jumping, he says for the Leaf Village. Because fuck it, why not?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I really like his spunk. Have a little fun. And he will the shadows kind of go around the shark and pierce into it, and I will do hex as well. Disadvantage on dexterity checks because fuck that thing in particular.
Because fuck that one thing.
And I will hit it twice with Eldritch Blast, or at least attempt to.
All right.
Hit once.
Roll a 1d2, please, Bryson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, he can't hit Pink. He's mostly devoured.
1, the blast misses completely. 2, the blast hits the foot. So, Pink, you just took another 10 damage.
Ow, that's my toes!
Well, he wouldn't have taken the 2, only the 8.
Okay, just the 8, sorry. Just the 8 then.
Wait, not even the 8. It's the first one that hit, so it's a 7.
No, the first one hit. The second one was what missed.
The second one missed
sorry.
the shark and thus hit the foot.
Yeah, that's why I was
Okay.
doing a 1d2. 1, it just goes off into the water and is harmless. 2, it hits the person that decided to jump into the shark.
As he hits the foot, he goes, "Wow, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, it seems."
God damn it, old man!
I'll stop you.
You have no right to be mad.
I like to think that Kurt doesn't even know this happened because he's turned his back and he's just pulling.
Alright.
Looks back, sees Pink gone.
Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Bludgeoning damage to Pink, that's as the shark attempts to swallow you. 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel that the throat constrict and try to pull you down. Pink, athletics or acrobatics to attempt to keep yourself in place, to keep yourself from being swallowed.
Okie dokie.
To be completely swallowed, because you're currently halfway down its throat.
Oh, no.
15. Nope. You, the foot vanishes from view. You're no longer in danger of being shot by your party members, but you careen into a very foul-smelling and very constricted pit, full of acidy goodness.
Ah, yes, the digestion part.
This is fine. This is fine.
Is that its action to swallow?
Yeah, and it's attempting to wriggle free of the harpoon again, which I believe is dexterity.
Is that an action though?
It's kind of like an automatic response.
Oh.
Why?
No, I was just wondering.
Let's see, dexterity, right? Oh no, that's right. I was using strength to rip to rip. Never mind.
Hold on,
It wasn't dexterity. It was the
This
disadvantage
is
on
not
the
the-
strength. Yeah, this isn't the launcher. That's right. That's right. It wasn't trying to wiggle free of the bolt anymore. It was attempting to rip the bolt from your hands. So it's strength check, and I don't think that's going to be enough based on your earlier scores.
I mean, what are you rolling against now?
You're holding it tight. You're holding tightly to the to the harpoon launcher, and it's still trying to to pull it from your hands, basically.
All right. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and it is currently has disadvantage on any strength check because of the hex.
All right. Brilliant idea. Rather than going up the mast, Kurt is going to go around it and use physics.
Nice. All right.
Science.
Because you're still linked to that. Let's see the DC. What's your strength? As a dwarf, what's your typical strength?
Oh no.
My strength score?
Yes.
It's 18.
I just realized something. I need to make an amendment.
Okay. This thing, I believe, weighs several tons. It is in the huge class, so that is out of there. However, you're actually lowering the DC by physics of torquage.
Oh no. What is it? I mean,
There is also the consideration of the mast strength. So we're gonna have. I'm gonna have you roll another strength check.
All right.
No spider climb, right?
Ah.
Ooh,
Well,
spider
I'm
climb, by
not
the way.
standing on the edge anymore.
True. I'm just saying that spider climb
Yeah,
isn't a thing.
you discovered that your spider climb no longer works when you're trying this.
Sorry.
But roll strength.
I like that's the reason why I'm walking around it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you still have to roll strength because still, I said that the cord when you reached the mast in the beginning was taut. So we're gonna see if you're able to walk around with it.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Guidance.
Yeah, so I need to roll this athletics before I walk around the mast.
Yes. It's still it's.
Let's go to that. Roll it 1d4.
Oh yeah.
Guidance.
Also, do I get it around the mast before or not? Because
No, you had just barely reached the mast when when it went taut.
Let's see here.
So you've
18.
Still not a 20. So you're still like you're grabbing it. You've got this brilliant thought of pulling it around the mast, but you can't quite even get it to go next to the mast. You're just able to like push the your thing against the mast and not the rope itself.
Okay. I think that's all I can do then. I'm just pulling, and then so I'm not moving either because I can't.
Yeah, you can't move unless you wish to release some of the slack on there. But right now you're holding it up against the ship, so it's pointing upward and can't move.
Nope. I can't move. He can't move.
None of us can move.
Caladriel.
If I can't move, you can't move.
Meanwhile, there's a lot of sounds of people yelling orders back and forth to do things with the various sails and like what are they playing at? What are they doing? That's a giant shark. Why did that guy jump overboard?
Why did they jump into the shark?
And the other NPCs are attempting to get people to basically they're trying to issue commands against each other at the moment.
Who are these people and why are they on a ship?
Galadriel.
All right. Might regret this, but someone has to fucking do it. I'm using my action. Using my action, I'm going to be blasting it twice with my Eldritch Blast. And even though it's pinned up against the ship, it's still grappled and not restrained, correct?
Correct. It is It is merely grappled.
Still.
13 and
do both those hit?
Yes, they do.
Cool. And
can someone else also jump into the shark?
Now, that reminds me. Your Eldritch Blast, doesn't it force things away from you, or is that a
only
your
if I
choice?
choose to?
Okay,
but
cool.
I gave that up for mage armor.
That's an Eldritch.
I just wanted to double check. I just wanted to double check on that because of what that would have done to Kurt.
You're good. I can choose to make it repel, but I got rid of it anyway.
Okay.
It would be fun because you could also roll with that it would just swing up and land on this area.
There's that too.
But yeah. And then
you have another.
My turn wasn't done yet.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Right. I just know when you guys, and I jumped down on it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Its mouth is closed. So you just land in the water. Hi
there. Right, and just as flavor, I'm attempting to jab its eye. I'm gonna piss it off.
Well, you've already used your attacks. Is that a
I
bonus
know.
action?
I'm just saying, like, not for me any mechanical purpose. I'm just basically taunting it with my bonus action, shouting at it, trying to be big and piss it off.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation.
Mm-hmm. You stated you're trying to be big and piss it off. All right. Clay.
I'm just gonna do what I have been doing and chuck a rock at it. Do I get sneak attack now? Because Biddy's in him?
Sneak attack, it's Caladriel, and no, you don't, simply because you can't sneak attack with a I thought you need a piercing weapon for that. This is a bludgeoning weapon.
No, you need a... No, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if it's range, if it's bludgeoning or not. It just needs to be range.
Oh,
it has to use a dexterity.
Sorry, once again, I keep getting confused with 3.5 because it used to be 3.5 used to be specific piercing weapons.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
42.
Give me
the
1
crit.
second, cat. Need to fix something with the cat.
If only I
You
used
hit
the
it in the
spell
eye.
slot
Come
for.
on.
You pebbled him.
That's a very strong rock.
Mira, you need to get off my notes. Off my notes, please. I love you, but off my notes.
He accidentally used a adamantine sphere or something.
Yeah, that's impressive for a friggin' sling. This is like David and Goliath shit here.
Don't underestimate the rogue.
Don't underestimate a sling. Yeah.
A sling has a range of 120 feet.
Oh yeah, that's enough to kill the shark. The shark is dead, but Pink is still in trouble.
And it's not thrashing about anymore.
It's not dashing about, but it is still very heavy, and it's more so because there's now an elf inside of it.
On the bright side, when they release their swim bladder, they float. So
It's like singing the scene in Lord of the Rings when Gimli is trying to push up the Vogue, and then another Vogue comes and stands on it. It's just more weight. You just keep piling on and adding more.
also,
I'm just
Grizz,
gonna
Char, what do you wish to do?
I'm just gonna give Kurt guidance again.
So
You've got this, Kurt.
what were you saying, Caladriel?
I didn't realize you're still in initiative. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said Pink is still in trouble because he's in the middle of the friggin' shark.
Understandable.
So just because the shark is dead doesn't mean that he's not dying inside of it. What does Char wish to do? Just guidance?
Yeah, just guidance.
Amunet.
Aminet is going to, let's see. Yeah, so you know on ships how they have basically posts in the rail so you could kind of like help leveraging your pulling a rope.
Yes.
She's gonna, if she can, take the rope, loop it around real quickly, and then
There's no looping it around
gonna
because
use her
there's no looping it around because again it is taut.
taut. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I've got a baby shower going on. I can't hear very well. So she is then going to use her action to help all of her movement, all of her weight, pulling everything up, just trying to get the shark out the water with Pink in it.
Okay. Pink, roll a Constitution saving throw, please. All right, you're coughing. You're coughing a bit. There's like no real air in here, and it's very acidic in the air. Because you started to turn in the stomach, you take acid damage.
Yay.
I don't think we've had this before. We haven't had a devoured companion before, I don't think.
Not in this game.
I mean,
25 points of
kind of.
acid damage as your flesh begins to dissolve. Even in a dead shark, you are dissolving.
Okay, so can I try and stab through it and try and release myself out of its gut?
Oh, you can certainly try.
Is this thing part Tarrasque?
So, roll an attack roll?
Sure. You feel the blade just cutting through the stomach, but there's still like all sorts of organs and meat and flesh. You're still restrained inside of it.
But he's diluting the acid.
But
Yes,
there's a little
but he's
bit
diluting the
more
acid. There's a
room
little
now,
bit more
right?
room, but you're still constricted. But yeah, there is a little bit more room.
Okay.
Fucking chestburster style right now. What's going on?
Bryson.
Looks at the situation.
The obviously dead shark that's now just kind of floating there, and the fact that there's still somebody inside the stomach.
Help, old man.
I don't know if I can lift that. But I might be able to help Calandra out of there. Want some help out of there?
Is he asking that telepathically to Pink?
No, he's asking you.
No, I have an idea. Keep him in the water for a second.
I don't think I have a choice in that matter. He will, using his mighty old man strength, help.
So he's not going to do what I asked.
Kurt, you now have
Womp
two
womp.
people attempting to help you by pulling on the cable.
Help and guidance.
Yep, help and guidance, and because of the two people pulling on the cable, you also have slightly lower DC. So
Right. So it's still the same plan, just trying to walk basically here. 10 feet. So I will get here if I can make the check. Just that I pull a rope around the mast. Here we go then.
So make your strength roll. Ooh! This time, with your companions helping you, you managed to lug the shark upwards. Oops. Caladriel is currently underneath of it.
Yeah, 10 feet.
So so the rest of you guys see the head of the shark just kind of starting to appear at the top of the deck almost. Well, just below the top of the deck, so you can look down and see it and touch it.
It was, what, 15 feet down? So it's 5 feet below now.
Yes.
Yes.
Caladriel, it is now 10 feet over you.
The old man barely did anything.
You reduced the DC, but that's a sort of he rolled a athletics check that would have pulled it up while it was still alive. So
Yeah. That's what the old man meant. He's like, I don't think I could stop them even if I tried.
Cal, you're muted.
Sorry, I hit the unmute button, but it did not unmute. God damn it. And what I'm going to attempt to do is climb up the 10 feet or whatever level with the shark's mouth and reach in and attempt to grab Pink's foot.
make a perception check.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, you kind of see into the mouth a bit. It's dark, and I believe you have dark vision.
I do.
You do not see the foot. This is a huge creature.
Mhm.
It's probably, further down than you can reach.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, what, 12? 15 feet long, maybe?
Clay.
I'm just looking at this, like, good job, guys. Thumbs up. I'm just gonna, like, swing a bit with my swing. Just like, that was an impressive amount of damage. I should use this thing more often. Yeah, that's it. Not much I can do about helping the thing, so
Me plus
it's like
one
not my
ammunition.
problem.
Plus
Sure.
one box.
I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Guidance Kurt again.
Okay.
Hooray, thank you. I didn't use it last time, but I...
Ammunet.
Oh, actually, sorry, I don't have to give you guidance then.
Sorry.
You still have it.
Oh, is it? Oh...
It goes for 1 minute or until you use it. Then it disappears.
Alright.
So I'm just gonna use my help action to help him pull it then.
Okay. Ammunet.
Same thing. She's gonna lean over to Bryson and just be like, "Thanks, Gramps," and keep helping Kurt.
Okay.
It's like holding it with one hand.
Pink, roll a 2d10.
Then, if that's the case, she says it sarcastically.
All right, Pink.
He's gonna kill himself with his cane.
Pink, you take 3 more points of acid damage. You're still restrained.
I'm still alive, motherfuckers. Can I stab again? Can I stab again?
Sure. You're at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Remember, you're at disadvantage because you're restrained.
I don't see disadvantage.
Just roll.
Just roll the lower number. Last time it didn't matter because you had a 21 on both times.
Oh, well, there you go.
Doesn't
Two
matter
19s again. Yeah, you make the hole in the stomach a bit larger, and it's still dark and restricted. You don't know if you could squeeze through or not, but you really can't move. You're kind of stuck where you're at. But if somebody could potentially find you, who knows?
Are we starting to see?
I mean,
like on the outside.
No, it's a huge creature. If it was large, I would say yeah, you could see it. This is a huge creature. He's still cutting through stomach muscle into the stomach wall. He hasn't quite reached.
I mean, it should be easier to stay away from the stomach acid now, right? Since it's now facing upwards, so the stomach acid would go downwards.
You're constricted by it.
Ah.
In the stomach. Bryson.
Yeah, he'll just continue using the mighty old man strength. Non-existent.
Alright, DC is currently Char, you're also helping with this?
Yes.
Alright, you have advantage, and the DC is currently 16 to pull it up further.
Oh boy.
Self-guidance too.
Go for it. Oh yeah. Again, you didn't even need all that because you just got another huge strength hit.
So I pull it another 10 feet, and I'm kind of wondering where I should go.
So, it lands on decks of the sailors, scramble out of the way.
I kind of get downstairs. We just kind of go like kick the door and walk downstairs.
Still pulling the rope?
Yeah, I'm still pulling the rope.
As the shark flops onto the deck.
Is it up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go off a rope and just falls down the stairs, breathing.
Galadriel.
I guess I'll finish clambering my way back up.
Alright.
And I am just gonna take my dagger and just get a nice long cut down its side.
Okay.
Like if it was a mammal going like from groin to sternum.
Yeah.
Just along the belly.
Yeah, you're starting the cuts. So let's see. I want you to do a survival. You have experience with this sort of thing?
No, I'm just taking a dagger.
Okay. So I want you to roll a survival check first, and then give me an attack roll.
Okay. Survival.
Okay.
And then
that would really
dagger.
need chef training.
Yeah. Yeah, you start cutting it down the thick hide, and just start cutting down the center of it. Some bits of acid come spilling out. Roll a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, you get your hands out of the way, but it kind of slushes on the deck, and you can see that there's acid.
Does it fizzle a little bit?
Yeah.
We need to get him out of there quickly. Please help.
Clay, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll walk over and assist.
And how would you like to assist? This with the help action or something else?
Would I have expertise in how to cut cloth as a tailor?
You know how to cut and treat cloth. You do not necessarily know the anatomy of something. So I'd like you to roll a nature check for me.
You know who'd really be good at this? Dislo.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you've actually for some reason you were on a coast and actually dealt with the carcass of a shark before in your preparations, so you know its general you know its anatomy, and you know how to start cutting the skin off to to be used for your tanning thing mostly, but you know how to remove the skin. Although this seems to be a more rapid use, so removing the skin here won't necessarily make it good for cloth making. But you can help him, if you have a tool or a weapon to cut this open further.
Yeah, I'll give him like my special skin treating dagger that I have. I think I don't know how tailoring works.
Of course you do.
Yeah,
Of course, everyone that has that.
You're talking about that little hook knife that you'd use to remove fur from rawhide.
sure, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
In character, you know what to do. Out of character, it sounds like you have not the first
Yeah,
clue.
it's fair.
I hand him something.
You hand him the proper tool and explain it. Give him you have a 5-second rundown of how to use it.
Cool.
You move vertically.
Char.
Well, I don't really have any sharp weaponry, so
You just heard Caladriel call for help, and he's rapidly cutting this into this thing.
yeah, I don't have any sharp items on me, really. I guess I do have Duncan Flint.
Yes, you do.
Could use that. You know, why not?
The flint that contains the soul of Duncan.
Crawl into the mountain, wild shape.
Char will use Duncan's flint and try and help cut open the shark.
Alright, let's see. So you're just following up on Caladriel's lead. Make an attack roll.
I actually don't have Duncan's flint, so I'm just gonna roll Dex. No, I missed. I failed.
Yeah,
Only Duncan could use the flint.
Yeah.
Aminette.
Since they're all following Caladriel's lead, Aminette is going to follow the knowledge that she has learned, has herself, and also Kurt, since Kurt's her butchering buddy. Hey Kurt! Get up her! And then she's going to go in and try to come in from the other side and try to get Pink out.
From the other side? Alright, give me a survival check.
Sure. So she gets advantages. This is a weird shark. So is this a weird shark or just a normal shark?
This is a normal shark. It's just a very large shark.
It's just big.
Damn those weird normal sharks. Not
She
being
had no. She has advantage on celestial, fae, fiend, or undead. I don't know if it's a weird shark.
It's
Oh,
not.
he's
It's
dead
not a
now.
It's our other DM that has a spite.
What?
So you're halfway there. Quick, someone resurrected.
Okay.
Very sad.
Now make an attack roll.
Sure.
Fine.
Dagger.
I cast animate shark.
Listen, y'all fuckers. I don't care.
Yeah, so you just attempt to poke a few holes in the hide, but you just can't get your knife to slide the way that
Stabby stab.
everyone else does. Roll a dexterity saving throw. You manage to pull your hands back as a bit of acid comes leaking out of one of the holes you made and starts dribbling down the side and hitting the deck. Now for Pink, who is still in an acid-filled death thing, but as I said, you managed to cut it open so that you're not taking 4d10 anymore. You're only taking 2d10. Unfortunately, between all this, even as you're tracking your way out, you suddenly fall unconscious.
No death saving throws?
You're not dead yet. You've still got like one full round. Potentially getting a nat 20.
Okay, thank fuck. Thank fuck.
Bryson.
He's looking at all of this. These people just hacking away at this thing.
Oh, first of all, Bison, don't aim for the feet. Please. I'm already down.
He's gonna look at and kind of seeing where she's cutting into. He's going to pull out a hand axe and kind of start sawing away at that spot.
All right, attack roll.
Don't worry, he's great with his hand axe.
All right. Start sawing away on that side.
Mm-hmm.
You are great with the hand axe.
Kurt.
It's +3.
All right. So Kurt, trying to catch his breath, just drops the harpoon and the rope. Walks back upstairs.
And sees everyone
Pushes.
just mangling the corpse. There's acid dripping down its side. It's getting butchered. You see intestines starting to spill out of one side.
And he just looks at this with horror in his eyes. Just go, "What are you doing? That's
We're
not how you
hurt.
treat."
This side's better.
And then he, like, in a swift movement, just from his bag, his cooking utensils, and he takes out his fish tools.
His filleting knife.
Yes.
Oh, I was hoping to get rescued by the
He
pancake
like
knife.
pull out a wrapped up bundle that he just folds out on the deck. Just stops for a second, thinking about taking the third or fourth knife, looks at the shark and goes for the fifth. Yeah, I guess he's gonna cut to get it open. Just as collateral said before, just front, back to front.
Yeah. So you have an advantage on your survival check because you are a chef. You know anatomy.
If I'm asked, is he continuing on my cut or making a fresh one?
He's looks like he's making a fresh one, or are you helping with?
You
one of
didn't
them?
find the anus.
Fucking hell.
The shark's currently laying on it. Yeah, so you know where to make proper cuts. Make your attack roll with advantage.
All right. And reminder, I still have guidance, so I'm gonna use that maybe.
Yay.
Yes, I'm gonna use that.
All right.
16?
All right. So you start cutting it open from where exactly?
From the anus.
All right. So you go around behind it and start cutting it there before it starts reaching into the ground, and at which point you'd start running into Caladrill and Clay and Char, who are currently working on that side.
It's just a long, clean cut. That's what he's trying to do.
All right. Well, as I said, it's laying on that part of its anatomy, so you're just
Yeah.
you're just kind of underneath of them and getting to where you can to the deck, which is currently getting scarred with acid.
All right. So is it cut open or?
You're cutting open part of it, but it's gonna take a long process. Remember, this is 6 seconds because your companion is inside of that. If you had time to work, I'd say okay, yeah, you're done with that. But this is in 6 second increments, so yeah, you're in the middle of making a cut.
Yeah.
And you're
I imagine you just going up, taking the knife into the shark, and then just run along it.
Yeah, it's like that. So you've gotten up from the anus to where Caladrill is currently cutting. It's basically what I'm saying is you can get in 6 seconds.
All right.
And Caladrill will happily step back.
All right. Caladrill, what are you doing with your turn?
With the cut he's made, can we open it up and see the stomach with the hole that? Well, I don't know it as the player. Would I be able to see the hole that?
How do you wish to do that? Do you wish to make another cut, or do you wish to use brute strength to pull apart pieces of the flesh?
I'd be attempting to brute force.
Okay. Make your strength roll athletics if you wish.
All right. Normal.
All right, so you come over, and as soon as Kurt's gotten to that part, and you got into that part, you pull it open, and you see a bit of a hand attached to a sword. The flesh is currently sizzling and unmoving.
The act of prying, did that take up my full action?
Yes, that would have taken your full action to pry it apart and spot the the hand that belongs to Pink.
Pink, you in there?
No response.
Son of a bitch. I will grab his hand and yank.
All right. So you started the yanking process. Clay,
Yep.
you see that Caladriel's currently grabbing the hand, and I'm imagining that the sword falls from it and clatters to the ground. Grabbing the hand of what appears to be an unconscious elf, although you can only see the hand at the moment and part of the arm. What do you wish to do?
Can I walk up and help pull him out?
All right, roll athletics with with advantage.
Athletics.
All right, so you tug a bit, and you see a bit of the shoulder start to come out, and it's like a bit of sizzling. Roll Constitution saving throw for me.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Ooh!
Ow.
That's not good.
No,
I mean, I can't die from this, can I?
No, but as you're like holding and gripping, and put your hand in to pull Pink out some more, you end up incurring 4 points worth of cumulative acid damage along your hands.
It's only 4 points. My beautiful hands, though.
They come in quite handy.
Gotta hand it to you, man.
Clay.
But it's times 2, god damn it.
Oh, that was you. Sorry.
Yeah,
Char.
no, that was...
Things are getting out of hand.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Char, wouldn't you say that he's quite dexterous with his hands?
Oh, dexterous.
He's got magic hands and the magic touch.
Or would you say deftly using them?
Right now, he's charred.
Death.
What constitutes a good hand?
Fuck it up.
Oh my god, why?
Because it affected you last game and it was funny.
Yes.
Grr.
Love you too.
I guess Charles just gonna try and help pull Pink out.
All right. So roll your athletics then.
Yay!
All right. So as Clay starts to let go because of the pain in his hands, you take over, and the head of Pink emerges attached to the shoulders, and there's just like acid starting to eat through parts of his face. He's clearly not breathing. Oh, he's like taking no, sorry, not breathe. Sorry, no, he's taking a shallow breath. So he's still alive technically, but he looks like he's in imminent danger. Now I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw. You also take, but you only take 1 point of damage from exposure to acid as you yank him, start yanking him out. Like you see the other shoulder, you see the head, you see all of that, but half of his body's still stuck inside the shark.
I'm assuming that was my action.
Yeah. Amunet.
To you awake, Char?
What?
Is he awake, Char? She says.
No. He is still breathing, but he's not awake.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, might want to heal that.
Yeah. So she'll go over to the side and just be like, man, what the fuck, and just kind of touch his face. Not doing any damage, but love tapping slap. Healing hands.
Just say
ASMR.
A very aggressive healing hand.
ASMR.
Yeah.
How much health does he get back?
8 hit points.
All right. Pink, you're healed for 8. And you suddenly come back to consciousness.
He's just looking up at everyone, blinking.
You're still halfway stuck in
Fucking
a shark.
Get out of the food.
Speaking of
My
which,
thoughts exactly.
you're still halfway in the shark.
I'm going to
Damn it!
try
Oh my god.
Oh.
and look, I'm away.
You look up at that, but you're being pulled free, and it's like, and you fall back unconscious.
Well, John.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
You make the clerics
I'm
everywhere
alive.
proud.
Is this how Ariel felt like
No,
when she
no,
got
no.
Phoenix revived while she
Turns
was
to the
drowning?
Old man shade. No, fuck this. Turns to the old man shade. Oh, okay, old man. You think you can do fucking better? Get your ass over here and heal him.
I don't know magic. Other than
Then shut it.
Oh my
And obviously, you do know magic because you cast Eldritch Blast.
That's not healing magic.
Whatever.
5, 10, 15. The very old man walk with the cane.
to the half in, half out elf, who looks like he's being side birthed from a shark.
Oh.
Oh, this is interesting.
Grizz, come on.
Oh.
You know there's a baby shower happening right now, right?
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about the fact that sharks give live birth.
They give it and they take it away.
I guess he will attempt to pull him out.
No, not quite like that. It's side birth.
That just immediately where I went.
I know. I've been there too recently.
So athletics?
Yes, please.
That's a flat roll.
Ooh.
So
No, you
Jesus
you
Christ.
fall backwards. Roll dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Again, god damn it, old man.
What is with double that ones? You managed to catch yourself before you do any damage to yourself, thankfully. But it's like, what the hell is
Just a
with these double
backflip.
that ones that people keep doing?
Careful, man. Your hip slide out of
Hey.
socket.
C-section.
Oh, I'm fine.
Kurt.
Alright, can I yeet Pink out of the shark?
Yeah, just roll athletics. You and your, as long as you roll a 20, you can just pull him all the way out.
That's what I call a C-section. Fucking thing.
Fucking hell,
Just saw that.
He's still got his feet in there, but you managed to get most of him out.
When most of him is out, I'm just... Is that my action?
That would be your action. You still have a bonus action.
Oh, he's out, so I drop him. Let gravity do the rest.
Yeah, his feet are still kind of caught in the wound, but
So yeah, he has
I'll
he
just
has a
drop him
foot.
off.
flops down a bit.
Yeah, you're like 1 foot in the shark and just hanging down face first into the floor.
Galadriel.
Right, I am immediately going to be slapping him with a level 4 cure wounds, so he does not
Nice.
die.
Everyone is just
20 hit
slapping.
points flows into your
Yay.
body, Pink, and you wake up. Your feet still trapped inside the shark, but the rest of you out, and no longer
Yep,
sizzling
and-
quite as much.
And I'll be
He's
getting,
kinda sleeping.
I'll be getting set to drag his ass out. Someone help me.
Clay,
Well, it's only his foot.
your
stuck out.
your beautiful hands currently have acid marks on them.
And the boy will be fine. I'll go like dash down. Like, is there a place I can just put my hands in the water?
Oh god.
What?
It's like the worst thing to do for acid. But okay.
Oh yeah.
Too late, you said it.
But I can't get to the water. I'm too slow.
And I startled my cat making that noise.
Look. You know
I
what?
knew exactly why you were laughing. Fucking
I'll-
Critical Role
I'll-
and grog.
Look, I'll use Pink as a towel. It's fine. I'll rub off the acid on him. How about
No,
Yeah, no,
I think that Clay, because he's a tailor and works with stuff like that, is probably aware of the fact that he should not put his hands in water after being exposed to acid. I'm just gonna give that to him because I don't want you to die.
Out of character.
I mean, I have so much health, I probably won't die. But
Yeah, but you could lose function in your hands and lose a permanent point of dexterity.
Oh no, fuck that.
Just
What if-
a quick out of
freak out a bit. Boom. That's my action. Bonus action.
Okay. What were you saying, Pink?
what actually does happen when you have put acid into water? Like,
it makes it worse.
I don't understand.
You have to put basically.
Yeah, but how?
You have to Okay, so there's things called pH level, which basically things are acidic or they're basic. If you put water on something that is neutral, that's an acid, it's going to amplify it. You need to put something that's an alkali or a base to neutralize the acid.
In other words, it's why if you touch your eyes after dealing with peppers and they burn, you don't put water on them. You throw milk in them.
So I just got a really horrible idea of what just could have happened if I did end up getting a crit and getting out of the shark's stomach while still covered in acid.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh.
To be fair, that's acid. I don't know.
Yeah,
And also,
I
are we in
guess,
salt
but-
water? That also might affect it.
That's
too.
true. I would have to. I'm gonna have to look that up. Actually, now that you guys
Stop
are
giving her ideas, God damn it!
now that you
Oh
guys
my
are
God.
potentially launching yourself into the mouth of sharks.
Also,
D&D
stomach acid.
Yeah,
Fair,
D&D
not acid.
Char.
Yeah.
Bro, real quick. Is somebody here an alchemist?
Yeah.
I will be in
You
like.
could throw a
minutes.
potion of acid and a bucket of water.
If you guys want to use clever things like that, I will allow it. It's just that nobody ever thinks of
Holy
doing that.
shit.
You could also do
That'd
a
be fucking
two-chambered
mad.
bottle, acid on one side, water on the other.
True.
Or you could use alchemist fire.
Alright, I guess Jesse doesn't want his healing.
Or you
Maybe
could
this is how
stab
you
someone
ache out
with
the
a
I'm
Take
sword.
sorry.
out-
I'm sorry. He's
still
fake sleeping right now.
Pig still has his feet stuck in the body of the shark.
Yeah, someone else will pull him out.
All right, make an athletics
I'm
check.
helping.
No, I said someone else will. I'm gonna
Okay,
your wings.
you're pushing another cure wounds on him. All right. 11 more health points search through your body, and you feel more of your skin start to knit back together. You're no longer looking ugly in the face from all the acid you got sprayed on you at Pink.
He's fake sleeping, by the way.
Oh, good.
Amunet.
Fake sleeping, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Should I
Did
roll
Amunet
deception?
see- Yeah, you
Yeah.
better. Okay. She'll pull him out.
All right.
We doing athletics?
Yep. Yeah, you
Shit.
managed to slide him the rest of the way out, leaving the shark. And Turnitter is gone.
And
because
since it would have been
nobody's-
my turn, he instantly heads up and just shouts out, "That was awesome!"
Fucking idiot.
He's got his skin might be mostly knitted back together. His clothing, on the other hand, is pockmarked with acid burns. In fact,
Where are the acid burns?
Where
in
is my
fact,
shirt?
I need to look at your equipment for a moment, and you're going to get some damage to your
Oh,
equipment.
fuck.
Does he have to roll a d12?
He's not fully naked now.
Oh.
Price is staring at this million.
Kurt, you want to get going on this steaks?
Well, I have to see what I can salvage. There's acid burns all over the meat.
Well, that side. Look this side. It's perfectly fine.
No, but I wanted both sides.
All right. Well, you salvage that side. You're better at it, and I'll take this side.
All right, your master sword has been damaged.
Yay.
So it's now a short sword -1. Let's see.
Cursed item.
Leather armor.
It is now a shorter sword.
-1. So the AC, basically, your leather armor is not useless. The AC is now 10 instead of 11.
And it's base 10, isn't it?
And you also lost a few rations. And a piton.
And that is why bravery and foolishness are the same thing sometimes.
Hey man, I thought it was gonna be fun. And it was. I'd do it again.
If you do it again, I'm not pulling you in.
Next time we'll make sure that the shark is facing downwards.
Still not pulling you out.
Works.
They're harder to catch by the tail.
True. So what are you gonna do with this fish, Kurt?
The little wormling is running around trying to eat bits and pieces that dropped off onto the deck.
Hey.
Oh, shoot.
Nope.
The wormling growls at Pink.
Yeah, and it makes a little like what would a baby dragon make? Whatever. What would that be? Like not a growl, but a chirr? Yeah.
It's making like a chirping kissing noise, kind of like a cat.
She'll make a little like chirr, and
Dragon.
cut off because she's working. She's doing the other side of the shark, and she'll cut off a non-acid piece for the bebe, and toss it to him.
Don't black dragons spit acid anyway?
Yes, they do.
Fair, they do. Yeah, good point. Didn't think about that.
Wait, is this thing our new pet or something?
No, the mother is down. The dragon's mother is in the form of a drow, currently in the hold, doing whatever she's doing.
Okay, well he wouldn't be like shooing. He'd just be trying to stop it from eating too much. If that makes sense, because he's a nice guy. He's just stupid.
You're also used to dragons.
If you're nice, then weak, it might be okay.
Yeah, that too.
You're also used to dragons, Pink. Remember, you worked for the Zaladin dragon. Yeah. So you are aware that dragons are actually people. They just go through phases.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So how does the crew feel about the situation?
Most of the sailors are, now that they've calmed down, are like kind of giving you looks and going, "Ugh, why did you drag that thing all the way up here?"
Good food.
Some of them are kind of giving you looks and wrinkling their noses. The lizard folk sailors among them aren't. The lizard folk sailors are just kind of like, looking at that and kind of nodding and got their own knives out to go and help Kurt.
They're like, yeah, it's meat. That's food. I can see that.
But yeah, some of the other dwarves and humans in the party are just kind of like, ugh.
Oh,
And
one
of the complains saying, "Don't you know sharks piss through their skin? That stuff's gross."
Could be worse.
And urine's perfectly what's it called? Sterile. What's your point?
Well, some of them apparently are fuzzy.
Right. Guess that y'all haven't been slumming it on the seas now, have you? Anyway.
That reminds me when my cook can only make like only food we could find when the worms.
You what?
What?
We could only find worms in the area.
Oh.
Hey,
So he had to make,
question, Grizz.
Yes?
Pasta.
Do I still have the pink ball?
Yes, you do. It's undamaged.
I'm going to try and play fetch with the scroll.
Scroll is the name of the dragon.
Yeah. It's a baby dragon, right?
Yes, it's a little wormling.
Yeah, so he should be able to pick it up with his mouth and bring it back, right?
Mm-hmm. And is that
Well, pink is...
the flashy one that glowed?
I cannot remember for my life of me.
Yeah,
It's been
that
too
would be
long.
one in globe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Then why do I have it?
Because
You kept it.
because it had something to do with the robot.
Oh! Pig's just using it as a play toy now.
Alright. Do you wish to do this on deck? Was he butchering the shark, or do you wish to go into the hold? What do you want to do?
Well, he wants to be a little bit away from the shark, but make sure that if he's still got... when he's finished the shark piece that Eminent gave to him, of course, then I'll see if he wants to play fetch
He's already
somewhere
done eating
away.
that, and the it looks
Well,
like
yeah.
he'd be quite interested in playing fetch.
Well, he'll go to a non-busy area and play fetch with it. And he'll also bring 83 with him. Just
Alright.
because 83 follows pink.
Yeah, you have control of that token, so you can just move it.
I don't know where to put myself.
Said you can go down to the hold. There's enough room down there.
There we go.
Bryson's gonna look at Megan. Are they always this lively?
Megan just sighs. Yeah, they're like that. I should have joined in on that battle, but well, you know, had to at least the sailors to wrangle to keep them from getting hurt.
Wait, what battle?
And she just kind of gives you a look.
Well, you need your rest anyway. You and Volt were kind of trekking it after a large battle. Take it easy. Don't be hard on yourself.
Oh, a battle.
Part of what we're doing here, trying to stop another one or something. Not quite sure.
What did you fight there, young pup? He's talking to Megan.
Megan just kind of looks over at Bryson. Well, I'm a soldier for, from Zaladin, which is kind of evident from her accent.
Yeah, he's got a very similar accent.
Yeah, she's kind of like eyeing him up and down. You sound like you're from my homeland. Where did you serve?
He kind of thinks for a second. My hometown was Ironwheel. I'm gonna just spell that. I had to look at my sheet.
Excuse me.
Ironwheel.
She nods.
That's where I was born and raised.
You look like you saw action.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, no, that war's been going on for ages. She sighs. Long before I was born, long before my parents were born.
Yeah. Fret not, pup.
Question. When I retrieve the ball back, does it look damaged?
No, doesn't look damaged.
He throws it again then. If he does, he'll keep an eye on the ball each time when it returns to see if it does damage.
All right.
So,
let's see here. Everyone else is above deck, working on the thing or freaking out still. Clay. Pink is the only one that's below deck at the moment. All right. Pink.
yeah.
All right. As you throw the ball this time, and Skull goes to grab it, an image shoots out, and once again forming into a holographic pattern in front of you. The image of
Oh shit.
a tabaxi in, well, kind of armor, but with a long flowing cape. It's kind of like in this bluish hue, so there's no real color to it, so you can't really make out real features. But it's once again speaking in some archaic tongue that you do not recognize. Scroll immediately stops and sits and looks at it. 83 turns and watches this.
What is 83's reaction?
83 points at the image in front of you. It's kind of like right about here, and says in the broken common that you've been teaching it, maker, creator.
Is this the person who made you?
83 looks at Pink. Yes. He made us.
Do you know how old this person was when he created you?
No.
Do you somehow feel his presence alive?
Do not understand. Do not understand, by the way, is a common phrase that 83 has been... It's something that I imagine you taught him 83 early to say. It's basically...
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to express itself, doesn't know a word, or doesn't understand the concept, or doesn't know what to say about it. So it's like a common
Pink
thing you've
will
heard
yell.
it say a lot.
Is the hologram repeating itself?
It's flickering and repeating itself. Hold on. You're yelling to the rest of the group?
Yeah, basically.
Everyone roll perception.
Oh, yay.
No.
Oh, hey, I haven't been doing that.
But the shady
You
people are up here.
Hey.
So,
Yeah.
Kurt, you definitely are hearing Pink yelling from below deck saying, "Guys! Guys!"
Oh no.
How do I not hear this? God.
Kurt kind of like passes it on to like Pink's yelling at you guys. I'm gonna keep cutting this, Chuck.
Alright.
So,
I'll
anybody that's going down, please put your token down here.
I'm gonna
Alright,
tell
yeah.
Kurt because Pink was
Down
an
the way?
idiot. I'm gonna stay and dealing with the fresh
Also-
meat.
I'll go down.
Also, isn't like this just open?
Yeah,
Right
it's a
down
grid.
here.
No, actually, that's just the map. That's
okay.
really not an open grid. It's more of a
Grizz,
block thing. That's what you're hearing.
real quick.
What?
I wanted to ask 83 if he could translate, but I lost
I
connection real
will.
quickly.
I will. That's why you're in second roll 20 group. Anyone else?
No.
I already the water with a shark. I'm good.
Okay.
Like, Charles went down.
Okay. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Char went down. There we go. Okay.
I think so.
So,
I mean,
so you guys, the three of you make your way down, and see that there is a flickering image of a tabaxi in armor, kind of a bluish tint to everything, no real color to it, that's shooting up from the ball that Pink and Scroll were playing with. Is kind of standing there repeating something.
In what language?
and
And in a very archaic
yeah.
language that none of you speak.
That's why I was
Oh, so
going to
it's not
say
ancient
83.
Dwarvish?
Could you?
But you basically shouted it to get people out here before you turned to Pink and asked whether Pink could translate.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's why I was grabbing everybody else first.
No
And
worries.
I think I had this written down a while ago, so let me see if I can find my older notes for that.
No worries. Cool.
But that's what you guys walked down to see, just as Pink is asking 83 to translate.
Today's been kind of an awesome and weird day for me. And he says that in person, by the way.
Okay, cool. I don't have exact notes on that. I just have the generalization of what was going on there based on what I know of what this message would be. Okay, let me get to that page and write it down because it is a repeating message. Alright. Alright, so the message is as 83 will translate word for word on the message and says, this is your king, Hyperzaz Teth Grazor III. As you know, our forces are being overwhelmed out there. Get to the vaults. I built them deep. Get to the vaults, and hopefully we'll be able to hide. Sorry, brain. Hopefully we'll be able to. I'm trying to remember the exact word. I think actually at this point, 83 is struggling thing, and turns to look at you, Pink, and says, "Do not understand." And then turns back to the message, waiting for it to return back to the original one. Get to the votes, blah, blah, blah. I will be deploying our greatest assets soon. Hopefully they will be able to take care of this issue and return us to glory in time.
He kind of walks up to 83 and give him a little bit of a hug, saying he might not be able to find his maker anymore, but he'll be there to protect 83. Did you get that?
Yeah, 83 is just kind of like, nods, and the message finally, after many loops, shuts down.
Pink will pick up the ball, and is there, like, any kind of way to put it on 83?
Yeah, 83 has space.
Yeah, I'll put it in a space where he can
like a
have
bag,
it
like
on
a
him.
small bag that slings over, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll put it in the bag for him. But I am not fully 100% sure that we won't find him. We might walk into him one day. Just be patient and we might find him. Or her.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I'm so glad I decided to join.
Looks back at the old man. God damn it, old man. So, who are you anyway, if you don't mind me asking? Because I don't think that I actually got acquainted with you personally.
You can call me Gramps.
Okay, Gramps, and he hands out a hand to shake his hand.
Oh, hold on his hand to shake it.
Yay.
to see if I actually have a handout for that for what you guys saw. Hold on one second.
Mhm.
I might have actually back when I had a scanner scanned this picture in years ago. Because it's in my notebooks. I found it and put it in there. But it just occurred to me I might have scanned it in. I might have actually put out a handout for it, but at one point.
Shaking your hand, Pink. He's just gonna say, and remember, there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity.
I know. I just thought it'd be fun.
Not gonna lie, I had fun.
I mean, you definitely had a show. You should have had some popcorn. And at this moment, he's just gonna give Scroll a pat and return back up to top deck.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever did. Oh well.
All good.
Dear God.
Who died?
Hello.
Anybody dead?
Hello. No, but sadness.
Not yet is the
We-
answer.
Not yet.
We may have found 83's creator, but it was like a hologram sort of thing of 83's creator saying something about losing a big huge fight, possibly bringing out the big troops to become victorious.
Hiding in some sort of vaults as well. Some king.
Yeah.
So this is like a pre-recorded message that 83 just like spit out.
Help me, everyone! Kenobi, you're our only hope!
Not 83, but a small pink orb.
Oh, that fuzzy thing?
Yeah. I gave it back to 83 so he could hold on to it and maybe cherish it forever, sort of thing, as the last remaining thing of 83's creator.
Orange
But I'm
Unit's
not
off
giving
the-
up hope. I'm not giving up hope. If we run into someone that's a tabaxi and could maybe give us a couple of pointers, that who knows?
Tabaxi. Why would a
knows?
Tabaxi have anything to do with anything?
You know, that's
Wasn't
what
he
it
I
was.
don't. It was a tabaxi in the image that was
Yeah.
moving. It was a tabaxi king.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, it was King. Oh,
Is
what
it
was it?
notebook?
It was a weird name. 83. Say it again. What was your king's name?
By the way, just so you know, I wrote this name when I was in high school back in '98.
Yeah.
Don't
It's Big
worry.
Puss.
Is it about to be cringy?
Maybe.
No.
Kitty cat.
The 83 looks and says, Hyperzaz Teth Grazar the Third.
Excuse you.
It sounds like.
Hyper what?
I just called him Hype all the time, but
Hype?
but when he was really trying to lay it on, he would always go with his full name. I used to play this character in a game that I ran back in high school.
So what you're saying is this is your interpretation of Daenerys Targaryen's title.
This was back in '98. That was before that was written.
I know it was just a joke. I am well aware.
Goodness.
All right. So this hype.
Pokemon was created in 1998. Huh.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't think,
Absolutely.
unless he was at one of the conventions where I actually happened to mention this character, I don't think that's any at all related. So,
Well, I just vaguely remembered it. Wait, something happened in 1998. Was it Pokemon? And Yes, it was Pokemon. But please continue.
Well, if
As
it
you were
was
saying.
a pre-recorded thing, that's from a battle that happened a long time ago, so...
Yeah, but some clarity might be good, you know?
Clarity of what? We found 83 in a ruin with a bunch of other of his kind waiting to be put together. I'm pretty sure that's a vault.
Yeah, they did mention a vault, but who knows? Maybe the king got away in cowardice or something. Who knows?
Wasn't that a long time ago?
I don't know how long cats live.
I don't know.
I mean, Pink is a teenager in elf years, so I don't even know how long elves live for
Are
either.
you a wood elf or a high elf?
Half elf.
Half elf? Was your elven family member wood elf or high elf?
Yeah, what's your heritage?
I mean, let's go with high elf, just
Okay, so
because he is so uptight a little bit.
Alaris, high elves and Alaris Drow live Middle Earth length years in terms of elf life. They live for thousands of years, unlike wood elves who live about 700 years. So a half high elf might live as long as a wood elf. In fact,
Okay,
sometimes
so
the high
he'd
elves
be
look
like
down on the wood
200
elves.
years.
So sometimes even the high elves of Alaris will look down on the wood elves, thinking like they're no different from half elves in that sense, because they don't live anywhere near the same length.
True. So basically, Pink is around 200 years old.
You'd still basically you'd age the same amount as a human. But you basically until you reach adulthood, you age almost the same length as a human. So you'd probably be in your you'd maybe be in your 30s or something like that, maybe 40s.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, he still doesn't know how long a tabaxi lives for. I could roll an intelligence check, but it's -2.
All right. So Kurt is butchering the shark. Did you already roll your survival check for that, Kurt?
I didn't. I think I'm getting help.
Yeah,
Okay.
Amanet's helping.
Yeah, there's a help action going on.
So survival.
Yes, advantage. All right. So you don't get quite as much as you hoped for, simply because of the damage that it incurred. All the acid getting into the intestines spilling out into the cavity. Basically, all the stuff you don't want to do that you would expect from like a botched fleeing. Basically, the sort of things that you hate when that happens, sort of stuff.
You stupid little jumping.
I know, Kurt. I'm sorry.
Turn
So-
around for once
Do I
and
hear
jump
this?
off
Yes.
Sorry, Kurt.
Pink
No.
kind of hides behind 83.
I haven't had shark in a long time too. I was looking forward to it. I'm sorry.
But this is a giant shark, so you still managed to carve off a few okay steaks. But you don't have meat for days. You basically have enough for let's see here.
Oh, he's gonna make a big stew or soup and feed the crew because they
Yeah.
said that it tastes bad and he's gonna prove them wrong.
Yeah. So you have enough shark meat to make stew out to make a decent stew out of for 4 days for everybody here, including the dragons. Or you can use that for 1 day's worth of everybody on the ships to get a shark steak instead. So that's up to you as to what you want to use the meat for.
No. It's going to be 4 days worth of stew for everyone on the ship.
Okay.
So they can enjoy.
Just say that it's chicken.
No.
Saying it's shark.
If they don't like it, you can tell them to piss off.
Hank, everyone knows that once you jump into the shark, you pull the stomach out with you.
Won't that actually be like an ancient dwarven tradition of shark jumping?
If you hunt
Shark
something that's
diving?
bigger, if you hunt something that's bigger than you jump in and grab the stomach and pull it inside out.
The dwarven way.
Dwarven haggis.
Oh yes, and then you make haggis out
Haggis.
of everything.
Grab all the offal and everything and just make
Yes.
haggis and blood
Yeah,
sausage.
while it's still alive.
Fuck yeah! I'm down.
Yes, that's a dwarven tradition for Kolar.
Fuck
When you
yeah.
hunt things that are bigger than you make haggis while they're still alive.
I can imagine like Amonette like tying a rope around Kurt and being like, "Okay, Kurt, let's do this."
There was a dwarven character in a podcast that I listened to that he left like after the first season, the first year or something like that. But that character kept trying to dive into everything to be eaten by everything. It was hilarious.
That's why he wanted haggis.
That's the way to get haggis.
Kurt is talking about haggis, and he's sad that the stomach is destroyed and he can't make it.
Sorry, Kurt.
Finally, we'll find something big enough to make it
But-
nice, sizable
We don't know
haggis.
how long we're gonna be on the water, and we don't know how many other dumb shit Pink's gonna do. I mean, we could go fishing again.
I can help fish.
I like that the dumb thing now wasn't fishing for something big. It got pulled over.
Hey, you know what the
Jumping
purpose
into the thing.
of live bait is? It's alive.
I could be a bait. That sounds like fun.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
All right, when are we catching the next shark?
Yeah. Whenever we
Yeah,
run
I'm
up
ready.
the meat.
I'll be the one that chucks the lure out, please. Someone, anyone?
I'll
So-
chuck myself out.
Oh god.
Wherever Kurt can cook this thing, that's where he's going to go and start preparing.
Yeah, Amonette will help as well.
Probably down here.
Yeah. So.
Absolute worst case, I'll get out my little brass brazier, give him a little grill.
And some of the lizard folk are quite excited about this. Other sailors are groaning. The captain seems a bit indifferent to all that.
Oh yeah, no. Kurt is teaching the lizard men to cook it because they probably want it raw, and there's nothing wrong with that, but everyone needs a recipe or two. You're also talking about how if he can, if he's going to catch something else other than a shark, he would probably make something that's sushi-like.
Mm-hmm. Some sashimi.
It's fine.
Well,
Gramps is just washing around up top.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wish to do before you arrive at Mistvale?
I mean,
What time
has
of
the
day is it?
crew? has the crew
It's
changed their
early in the
mind
day
about-
still.
Okay.
Most of the crew, doesn't like shark meat, but, they also understand fresh meat is better than going into the preserves at the moment.
Oh yeah, Bryson will definitely have this. Probably better than his old cook. Or about the same. Yeah.
And I think we should take a quick 5-minute break.
Sounds good.
Hey, real quick, but how much longer does this game have?
2 more hours. This is midsection.
Okay, I should be fine. Just because I have to go to somebody's 40th birthday thing
Cool.
at 11.
Ooh.
And that's in like another 6 hours or so.
Oh yeah, definitely been long gone before then.
Yeah. Bruh, I'm just so glad that Pink got to do something when Pink's actually here.
And I'm back.
How do you say else? Like, or else?
Elves?
Like, I need to get some food for myself, or else.
Else.
Else what?
Or else I'll go hungry again?
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
You say
better
what
tell
we
me
just
where
did.
they are, or else.
Yeah?
I don't know how to spell else.
ALSE, I
ELFE.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Sorry, I was having a big, huge mind fart of where to
Do-
put the words.
Don't y'all speak English in
I
Australia?
do, but I'm not the best at spelling.
I mean, okay, yeah, fair spelling. I was like, is he bilingual? I don't remember. And I'm technically quadlingual, but actually no. Because, Belgium, let's go. I really hate it. Also, we still don't have a government.
I thought you had a king.
You know.
Wasn't there even somebody suing over that at one point?
We have a king, but it's a king in name only. Like, the only thing he does is, like, go on public visits or anything. Like, a while ago, like, when the previous one was still in power, because he retired, he didn't want to sign, like, laws for something. I think it was abortion or something. And we basically said, like, you're not king anymore. Okay, we signed it. Okay, you're king again. Like,
Yeah.
they're only king because.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Speaking of which, never mind. Don't want to get into that right now.
I'm bilingual. I know how to say goodbye in several languages.
Au revoir.
Oh my god.
I mean, goodbye is
I had
not.
to unmute for that. Goddamn.
It's au revoir, but yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I would say
Sayonara.
not. Yeah, I would say not next week. I can't make it, but it's not a session next week because I'm going to my nephew's birthday in the French part of Belgium.
Another birthday.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't back the game because there shouldn't be a game next week on this hour, right?
Yeah, no game next Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. Schedule looked out. I can keep playing in the games.
Woo!
Yeah.
For now.
Even Wednesday?
I am, because my school starts in the afternoon, so it's fine. And it's also like we
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. That's because the classes start in the afternoon that day. Because I don't have like a full roster this year.
Sweet.
So I have like some free time. I have more free time than normal.
Quentin has decided to join another Chris Strahd game.
It's gonna go good or bad. I haven't died yet, so
and he's also in another game too, but because basically me and another GM are trading off that day.
It's fine. Finally get to play with Grizz. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so far we haven't needed to fight in the other game.
Yeah.
We just signed up for some tournaments.
Yeah, next session is gonna be.
Made friends with a princess who's about to have her was it 16th or 18th birthday? I forget which.
I think 18th, but I'm not sure. For a second there, I thought it was the one that had her 11th birthday, and I was like, wait, what? But no. We'll see. We'll see. I think that.
One princess is getting married that day. That's the 30th anniversary of the country's founding, and the other princess has a birthday that day.
Yeah. All I can say is that the arena is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I am playing a gunslinger, but thankfully she has a sword as a backup because it's a melee fight.
I'm a warlock.
And she's willing to get involved in the fight just because she needs the money.
Yeah, I mean, so do I. I started out with 1 silver piece. Fucking.
I thankfully had a couple of gold, and so was able to commission a pair of goggles to be made. But it'll take longer than that, because it takes 5 days altogether for that piece to be done.
I mean, on the positive side, I have the haunted one background, so like I might be able to get some free rooms or anything.
Cool. I used my guild artisan background to secure a job temporarily at the forge. So.
Yeah, you have marketable skills. I don't.
Yeah.
I could, like, my highest chance of becoming anything is a bartender.
Don't knock it. It's a good job.
Hey, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's probably not gonna be making all that dough.
So, is everyone back yet, or are we still waiting on somebody?
I'm here.
Welcome back. I hear somebody eating.
Apparently, she was learning to play the kazoo.
If you hear purring, it's probably from me.
I was referring to shuttle.
I know, dude. But the saying is, if you hear purring noises, it's probably coming from me. So if we're all ready, let us get back in there.
Is everyone here?
Yes, I think so.
I think so. Yeah. So
Hello.
hello.
We can hear you.
Okay. For some reason my push to talk isn't working for some reason, and it's scaring me.
Okay. So by the time the evening falls, the mist has druggen along all of you around the ship. Holly has come above deck to help the captain navigate. Though she has not told you how exactly she's accomplishing this, she says that she can help navigate through the mists that make up the defenses of Mistvale. What would you guys like to do as you're sailing through a fog bank?
Continue my rest so I can get my spell slots back.
Alright.
Bryson will probably go up to see how she would. Just kind of watch Holly and the captain, basically.
Oh, just to double check though, in character we don't know Bryson as Bryson, correct? He's Gramps.
Gramps,
still.
correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So he's just more just watching up here.
Okay.
Kurt still working on stew.
It's hours later. Is the stew ready?
I think so. I mean,
Okay. I just didn't know because I had said Aminette was downstairs helping. So if it's done though, and we've eaten,
it's done. And some people. I think it's done about now, and people are starting to gather bowls to eat.
Okay.
every bowl
yeah.
he goes, it's shark. It's good.
Yeah, Aminette
Roll
would...
survival check with advantage, please, Kurt.
It is the same as my cooking utensils, and I will use that for reasons.
All right. Yes, it is a good stew. If you've never eaten shark before, make sure to roll your Constitution saving throw just in case.
Yeah. I'm Clay's keeping up with the trend of not eating shark or Kirk's cooking because.
See, I don't know what Bryson's eating, but he's eating like a bunch of random ass shit. So I'll just roll, just see what happens.
Kurt likes it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Char, it's as gross as the sailors have told you. It's not to your liking, Char. Bryson, this is delicious.
Pink is gonna eat it. Pink's gonna come eat it.
It's better than the
if he smells that it's cooked.
Pink is gonna get revenge.
So I actually have a question for you, Chris.
Okay.
If a character is one that is based purely on survival, where they can appreciate things that taste really good, but honestly would still eat it regardless because it's nutrients, would you still say that you would have
the con throw is partly for taste, partly to see if you're allergic to the meat.
Okay.
It's basically
Aminette wouldn't remember, but
yeah,
for reasons. But
yeah, it's like basically you're saying is that even if it tastes bad,
yeah,
and badly cooked, you'll still eat it.
Yeah,
and to you, it's neutral. It's bland stuff. It's nowhere near Kurt's best food, but it's just food. It's just it's not delicious. It's just food for you.
She'll grab a bowl and she's going to sit up on the deck, and she doesn't quite trust the mist. So she's just gonna kind of like slowly sip her soup, her stew, and just keep an eye out.
Yeah, Chilla doesn't trust
Oak's
it even.
gonna
He's gonna
eat
keep an
it.
eye out for it.
Yeah.
Kurt is just downstairs arguing with a sailor who doesn't appreciate the shark food.
I'm keeping an eye out everywhere.
It's pretty good, Jet. It's pretty good, Pink. It's a yummy
Kurt,
soup.
This is so good. Also, here's 2 pieces of gold because I feel bad that I ruined a bit of the meat.
That's not gonna get me perfect shark meat. Keep it. Help me on something better, bigger, and tastier later.
Little guy, you can't just lay on my notes. Aw.
Oh god damn it! Oh god damn it! God damn it! I remember that I changed my push to talk. Pink's gonna be like, hell's yeah! I'll be down to slay anything with you. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Something bigger than the T-Rex we fought before. More dangerous than a shark.
What about a dragon?
Shh. That's for later.
Pink's just super grinning right now in excitement.
Wow.
That is creepy as fuck, and I approve.
You have a dragon passenger that was pretty like serial killer, like gonna eat you kind of thing. That was creepy.
Only certain ones were allowed to.
We are hunting one, technically.
Technically. Even though other opportunities land in front of me.
Literally.
We'll talk later.
We will.
And the cook's a serial killer. That makes sense.
He murders cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So,
Nom 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 nom.
the mist. The mist is everywhere, and occasionally looming out of this fog bank. Off to the side, to the right, to the left, you see jagged rocks that if the navigator and Hully hadn't moved the rudder at the right time, the ship would have sailed straight into. The ship is actually moving quite slowly. The sails themselves are basically the lowest you've seen them before.
Purposeful.
Mm-hmm. The ship is almost like it's drifting through this. And the fog never abates. It just seems to be everywhere, all around you. Until finally, after what feels like an hour, the ship slows even further and seems to not quite duck, but you notice that the mist is suddenly gone and you're no longer outside. You're in a cave. And the ship is sailing into a port with a lot of buildings that look like they were hewn out of rock all over the place. And watching the ship are dwarves. What would you guys like to do as the ship starts its docking procedures?
Where are we?
This is Mistvale.
Huh.
Guess how you're able to guide.
She taps her eyes. It is a gift from the divine light that allows me to navigate here so that I may have the wayfinder for reaching the last temple. I've done this trip before in my pilgrimage.
Interesting.
The captain kind of looks around and tugs at her beard a bit. I don't think I've ever been here before. I was quite nervous to be to be navigating through the mists like that. Wrong move, and I thought my ship was gonna be destroyed.
It's a good thing you were able to concentrate.
Yes, very good thing. Quite good. So, I think that me and my crew, we're just gonna sit tight. I don't know if the natives are friendly or not. This place is quite isolated.
Well, I'm sure they're friendly.
Holly smiles, but it's all right if you stay here. Keep an eye on the ship. It should be fine. They are friendly people, but you might actually be able to unload some of your supplies and get new ones. She thinks for a moment. Although I think most of what you have is luxury goods. The only thing that they might be able to trade is some gemstones, but they mostly are interested in foods and things that they can't easily get down here. We'll see. We'll see. Since we couldn't deliver these goods to where they were supposed to go originally, not with the blockade in place. There was a bit of back and forth about that sort of commerce related going on between the two of them. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll just be kind of following the group, not sure what to do from here. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
That was it.
Oh.
But I was just apologizing for interrupting.
Ominet's gonna finish her soup, so she tips the soup bowl all the way back, finishes her soup, and then wipes her mouth and goes over to Holly. So from here, where's this temple?
That's what we need the Wayfinder for.
Remind me.
Possible to know the way the Chaos Islands work. It could be a few days, it could be a week. Probably not much more than that. But without the Wayfinder, you could be wandering for weeks, months even, and never find it.
Remind me, is the Wayfinder a device, a map, a person?
It's, she thinks for a moment. It is very hard to explain. The Mistvale was, back during the Sundering, was part of the Chaos Island chain. And when the temples were founded and ended the Sundering, Mistvale became an anchor at the edge of the Azure Gulf. There are special crystals that grow in the upper caves that are harvested that point the way.
Okay. So, do we need to basically find a chain of these?
No. The ones here seem to be a gift from the divine, and they point directly to the island that the water temple is based on.
Oh, like a compass.
Yes, a very special one. That's why we call it the Wayfinder. It finds where the temple is currently.
Clever.
All right. Where is this Wayfinder for you?
It's in there, but we'll have to be diplomatic. And she looks at the others. I would imagine leave anyone behind who might be itching for a fight or try to steal things. We really can't have any of that when we're there. If we can't get to the temple without the Wayfinder.
Well, go for it.
Bryson's just looking. He's just looking around for anything that, as we're docking, any people that look troublesome.
Just put your token down here if you're joining in on this.
I'm here joining. He's got nothing.
He's not a Bryson Shar action.
He's not an aggressive individual.
Listen, I have proficiency in persuasion. Sure, my charisma modifier is only a +1, but still.
Okay, so wait, are you talking about
I'll
the
bring my
mission in
hammer.
hand? Wait, are you talking about the mission in hand or wooing Bryson?
The mission I had, damn it!
My Lord Davenport.
Oh my god, you people.
Nope, just me.
So you're not going with them, Immunette?
Oh no, she's just gonna say, I was just gonna say to Holly, she's like, well, I'm itching for a fight always out for something, but I know the severity of this mission, and I will restrain myself. But always good to have a wild card in your back pocket. Gives her a wink.
She nods. This is true.
I'll stay in the back. I promise I won't be grumbly.
Old man.
What did Gramps say?
He's just a defenseless old man.
All right.
Oh, I think we lost it, Tobias.
No, I put them all down in the second group.
Oh.
Pretty much anyone who's not going into the island is going to be staying on the ship, and therefore, anyway, so your group makes your way onto the dock, and you see several interested dwarves all talking dwarvish to each other in soft tones, just kind of watching you lot carefully. Holly, who in your party speaks dwarvish?
I do.
Okay. So they're basically commenting on how, it's strangers. We usually don't get strangers. And somebody else mentioning, oh, there's some fellow dwarves up there, but none of them came down. Interesting. And it's like, what are these weirdos staring at? But Holly comes out and just kind of bows politely towards them, and they kind of nod and bow back. And they're basically saying, it's the priestess. Yes. And they do not bar your path. As you start making your way into this city, you see people going about tasks. You see dwarves along the edge of right of the waterline, fishing, cleaning fish. You don't hear the normal market noises that you might expect from a little city here. And as you're like led through different areas and winding through houses up the side, you find that you're not really finding too many places of commerce. You're finding workshops and everything like that, but not much of the standard for sale places.
Which makes sense in all honesty.
Mm-hmm. But you do hear you do occasionally see ways off of the path that you're on into tunnels that lead into the interior of the island more. You hear the distant echoing sound of people chiseling. And eventually you make it to what can be described as nearly the top of this vast cavern that you're in, where you're finding a much larger building. And this one doesn't seem to have a roof like the other buildings. The other buildings do have roofs, but this one, as you're shown through past what it looks like some guards, that are all dwarves, by the way. If I didn't make that clear, I'm sorry. All dwarves. Most of them seem to be the standard type of dwarf that you see, like Kurt, and others seem to have, Duragar ancestry as well. Like some of them are darker, in a dark gray sense, and have some of that bloodline going through them. But everyone seems to be peaceful here. Yes, there are guards, but it's these ones here in front of this buildings look like they're more of or an ornate or ceremonial usage rather than, we regularly kill people, that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're led inside, and you see dwarves in kind of like ceremonial robes, less normal clothes. Like, these ones seem more, shall we say, scholarly. And when they see Tully, they kind of bow and trade bows. And, like, again, in Dwarvish, you're hearing things like, it's the High Priestess. Like, kind of nodding deferentially towards them. Eventually, she comes to a halt as a red-robed figure comes towards her, with arms open wide. Like, Holly, High Priestess, very, very good to see you again. This is in Dwarvish. I take it you're here for another trip to the island, the water temple. And she says, yes, indeed. These are my companions. I figured they'd be good to show them around here. And he kind of like looks and nods, kind of like bows a bit and says a little bit in common, pleased to meet you.
I'll say in Dwarvish, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Good. You speak Dwarvish. Nice to hear.
Aminette will give a respectful bow.
Well, he continues on in Dwarvish. Well then, I take it all of you are here. Here for the. Sorry, accent problem. All of you are here for the Wayfinder then.
Chow nod.
So, Gramps.
Well, it's a pleasure. Come along. I'll take you to the high chamber where the Wayfinder happens to be growing at the moment. You'll be able to harvest and take it with you. I take it none of the rest of you have been to the water temple before? Is this your own pilgrimage? And Holly puts a hand on the red road man's figure and says, no, Artex, I'm afraid there's something bad going on. You haven't seen any dragons, have you? Oh, no, I can't say that I have. That's good. There is a dragon that looks like a drow, a male, that is also trying to find the water temple, but I think he decided he would fly himself across the island. I don't know how long it's going to take him to find it, if he can. And the dwarf is nodding. So we just need to get there ahead of him and try to stop what he's been doing to the temples. This sounds rather serious. I will inform the king, shall I? It's like, she starts nodding. Says, yes, I think you should inform your king that of what's going on. I'll give a more detailed account once we have the Wayfinder. What would you guys like to do?
Aminette's going to lean over to the nearest person that appears to be understanding the conversation.
I was going to say Bryson was probably translating it, essentially.
Oh, okay. So she's just nodding along with Gramps, then.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Take your time. So she's just nodding along. She don't speak the Dwarvish.
All right. So eventually, the robed figure brings you up to the large chamber where you're finding yourself basically looking at the ceiling of the vast cave, and it's very up close, like up in your face close. That if you still had Sir Lancelot with you, he would be bumping his head on it close. And the dwarf brings you over to where there is a somewhat glowing white, not opaque. Opaque, but not clear, but opaque crystal that is glowing faintly. like with a small pulse. And he kind of gestures towards it and says, "This is the current wayfinder. We'll have it harvested, and you can be on your way as soon as possible." And Holly kind of nods. As the red robe figure starts like kind of waving over other dwarves. Uh, my friends should be okay here. They can keep an eye on it while you and I go and talk to the king, if that's all right. And he nods. Does anyone wish to attempt to go with Holly, or are all of you guys staying here?
I mean, it sounds like Holly wants to do this alone.
Yeah.
From her tones, so there's no reason to follow if she seems to want to be stored alone.
Okay.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
That's
Welcome
okay.
back.
So Holly and the red robe figure head off to go talk to this king. You guys are left alone with a couple of dwarves who are currently chiseling away at the glowing crystal on the wall. What would you guys like to do?
I have no clue.
Just keep a lookout and wait for them to finish whatever they're doing.
It's not like we can hit the shops.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye out like a sentinel.
You said there's a worker in there, right? Trying to harvest the crystal.
There's a couple of workers around the largest of the glowing little crystals along the wall, working to harvest it. There's actually several others, but they're like small and the glow is very faint.
Do you speak common?
The dwarf kind of mumbles in dwarvish, saying, "She's trying to talk to me. I can't understand her."
Evelyn, do you want me to be your translator?
Sure. Thanks, Char.
And then Char will just fill in what both conversations.
Hi.
Can I help you with something, stranger?
Curious. You've been here a while, right?
All my life.
Used to routine, right? Every day.
What of it? What's wrong? The dwarf stops his work and looks very confused. The other workers in the room continue on with what they're doing.
More just curious if anything out of routine has happened. We're here on a mission, and just curious if anything small has changed. Anything
Like
out
what?
of the ordinary.
The dwarf is looking a little confused. You being here is the most unusual thing I've seen.
Okay. Well, I just figure a man of the cloth, or a dwarf of the cloth like yourself, would be as accustomed to routine. Same thing happening every day. You have your duties that you do. I was just curious if there was anything interesting that had happened lately. That's all. Other than us arriving, of course. We'll give a little grin.
The dwarf just keeps looking between Ambionette and Char, as if waiting to find out if you could even translated that right, because he's just looking very confused.
Char just says in Dwarfish, she's a bit strange sometimes.
Aye. Is she your wife or something?
No, God, no.
What's he saying, Char?
He was just
something happened. He's
got
a weird look in his face.
He was just asking where we were from.
Oh.
Would she doubt him?
Yes.
No, don't
Insight
doubt me.
deception! Insight deception!
Oh, good. That looks good.
I'm not a good liar.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Insight!
Roll that one.
Yeah, he is flying out of his ass. Yeah.
Char, if he said something important, I was trying to see if there was anything like. It seems. What did you tell him? He's got a. Looks like he's smelling like nasty socks. What is wrong?
He didn't say anything that's important. I would translate it if it was important.
What did you say then? Does Gramps laugh?
Yeah.
Looks over at Gramps. What'd he say?
First, the dwarf was confused and was wondering if you translated it correctly.
Uh-huh.
And he said yes. And Kamach made that you were a little weird. And then the dwarf asked him if you were his wife.
If I was his wife? Aminet looks the dwarf straight in the face and just says, no. And then backhands Char upside the head and walks off.
Oh, no.
As you do that, he goes, that was also Char's response. Or more
The dwarf looks back at Char and asks, so, how long have you two been married?
Just looking at the dwarf at this point, just the look of, for real.
What?
As Aminet walks off, she's gonna walk by Gramps. Just stops for a second. Thanks.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Hardy har. And she'll just go lean up against a wall and just be brooding.
She's gonna sulk.
Edgelord.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think it would be a perfect pairing, life and death.
Oh my god.
No. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be with anybody, she'll say.
That's what I thought too.
Mercy? Or no? Faith?
Yes. Great healer. Life to my death.
She's in a better place. This is all
those
fluff.
other ones. Oh, fluff.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree.
We agree to disagree then.
It's too much fun to be fluff.
It's too short to be anything serious. Death is eternal.
It's only short. If you're not strong.
Well, then, by that standpoint, Gramps, you must be quite strong.
That I was at one point. But now I'm just a frail old man.
Why did you come with us?
The city was boring.
Looking for a last hurrah?
Clues. And you might have them.
Possibly. Kind of just keep staring off.
Yeah, he's got nothing else. He's just keeping an eye out for anything that might go awry.
Yeah, she's too. Maybe
Yeah.
giving a little every once in a while stink eye to Char.
Why?
What you said?
What the hell? No comment.
Called her weird. Odd.
Probably off that.
Doesn't mean that she's not going to give him a stink eye every once in a while. That's just her.
Fair response.
Yes.
That's a true statement.
It is a true statement. She's not as fuck. No, she's really weird.
I'm gonna look around. He's also gonna like just observing his current party members for noticing anything that might be interesting among them.
You're looking around the caves, or did you say party members?
Party members.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Alrighty. That is 21.
All right. So we'll go first with Caladrill. What would be the most interesting thing currently visible on your person that you would say?
Nothing really invisible. Depending on how you rule, like the familiar thing.
No.
you-
Visible. What can he see by looking at you?
Sorry, I heard invisible.
Nope, visible.
I think
You'll
interesting.
You'll notice several like large gashes through his leather vest that he wears, but have been very well stitched. You might recognize it as Clay's work. Over his left temple, he has a bright, like opalescent, like rainbowy sheening lock of hair, and his Rod of the Pact Keeper. I'm not exactly sure how to describe that because I'm not really sure what they look like.
Fair.
Question: is your shield in a bag?
Oh, thank you. I forgot about the shield. Also, large shield, very shiny. It looks like it has inlaid mother of pearl like in the bandings and whatnot. I used to have a picture, but I can't freaking find it now. But it has a massive hole rent through it, like claws just went to town, and that's hanging over my shoulder right now.
Interesting.
All right. Char, you're up.
So the most important thing that's visible would probably just be his staff of the python.
Interesting.
And is the piece of flint at all visible?
Oh, and I guess the flint, but it just looks like a normal piece of flint, doesn't it?
It does, but it is an unusual thing for somebody like you to be carrying. So it's the sort of thing that he's currently looking at.
True, I guess.
He's just trying to see what's intriguing about all of you.
Yeah, and the flint would be a very noticeable thing on you because it's odd and unusual for somebody like you to be carrying it.
Like we carry around a piece of flint.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Flint.
And Amunet. I'm currently imagining the hood, the fact that it shadows your entire face. It would be the most standing out thing about you to him.
Like what is done really, you never see anything of her face really, except for just like the little hint of her chin and her eyes glow white from the shadow. But it never peers out. And she's got a crystal ball that she'll like kind of like labyrinth style out of character, like just twirl around in her fingers.
The fact that he can't see your face is very intriguing to him.
Mm-hmm.
Considering darkness is not real much of an issue for him.
I found it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking the thing like over and like back and forth, and like from one arm
Yeah.
as opposed to the twirling because you only have the one. But yes.
Yeah, over the fingers.
Mm-hmm. Last time I watched Labyrinth was a couple years ago on Thanksgiving.
Gotta love Bowie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I miss him.
Mm-hmm. And that is what you see of your companions. The interesting features about them. Shield with a hole in it, an odd piece of flint, and the fact that you can't see her face.
He probably looks at all of that, but I think he probably stops and focuses more on Eminent for just a bit, like kind of tilt his head, like, huh.
Her passive perception is dog shit, so I doubt she notices. It's like a 12.
Grace, it somewhat remind me to bring Dislo into a campaign again.
Oh dear. Well, if something happens to Caladriel.
Mm-hmm.
But
By the way,
anyway.
how's Carrie doing?
You summoned Carrie back, didn't you?
Yeah, I was mean like, she seem okay with everything with the what's been happening.
Yeah, she's not alarmed. She's just sitting there on your shoulder, I imagine. So yeah, that would be something else. You'd notice that he has a bird on his shoulder.
And that's one thing I was starting to mention because I wasn't sure how you ruled it.
Well, you guys had a long rest and then woke up and fought a shark, and you had a couple of hours, many hours between then and then to make it to the island. So that would have been enough time for you to summon your familiar back.
Well, I had summoned it back a while ago.
Yeah.
Finally, and then I got the brazier, so I wouldn't have to wait again.
Yeah, so that means your familiar's with you, so therefore she's on your shoulder probably.
She is a barn owl.
Ah, that's right. She's a barn owl currently. I forgot.
Such interesting people.
All right. So the dwarves finally finished chiseling off the glowing crystal and look at the group of you. And then they look at Char. The one looks at Char again and says, all right. Which one of you should be holding this, or should we be waiting for the priestess?"
I think we should wait for the priestess.
I agree.
All right.
I feel that she would be the best to handle that.
Okay. So most of the dwarves spread out throughout the cavern, while the one that holding that crystal is currently standing there waiting for the group of you. Well, for the for the priestess and everything. So eventually, after about another 10 minutes of waiting, Holly finally comes back, looking a little tired, but she smiles and perks up when she notices what the dwarf has, and takes off his hands. Thank you so much. We'll be heading out. I've informed your king as to what's going on, and hopefully, you all will be able to be kept safe.
Something wrong, Holly?
No more than usual.
You look tired.
Well, it's been an exhausting trip. I just, had to have a long conversation with the king, or at least it felt like a very long one.
Because Gramps is kind of suspicious of everything. Can he insight that?
Sure.
Oh shit, he's proficient in that.
She appears to be telling the truth about that, but she does still seem worried about something.
Something more private, pup.
So she starts heading back for the stairs. Do you all follow?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So she eventually heads you guys back to the ship.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Roll initiative, bitches.
Oh, hi.
After it feels like an hour or two, the group returns from their expedition. And one of them, Tully, is holding a glowing piece of crystal.
Is
All right.
the Wayfinder?
She nods. It glows more in when you're going in the correct direction.
Go back up there.
Oh yeah.
Are you all ready? Shall we leave now?
Yes. Unless you want us
So-
to tell us what you were also worried about.
I'm just concerned. Miss Phil has limited weapons, limited armor. Their main defense strategy is because of the mists. It is incredibly difficult for any forces to make their way in here, yet still, I just have a feeling, and I tried to tell the king this, that if something were to happen, it's entirely possible that, something were to happen to the temple, it's entirely possible something could happen to Miss Phil as well.
Then we don't allow something to happen to the temple.
She nodded. That's why we need to head out right away. And
I'm
with
guessing
that,
you took no precautions either.
sorry,
Is
can
that
you repeat
one?
that, please? I didn't hear you.
Aminet says, I'm guessing, regardless your warning, he took no precautions either.
He says he's taking that under advisement, but I don't think he's producing any more weapons or armor for the people.
Ignorance
Such
is
a
bliss.
foolish king.
They've had peace for thousands of years. It's really not that foolish.
Peace makes one dull. War makes one sharp.
Think about it, Holly, though. You're the high priestess of this order, right? High priestess gives you guidance. You don't take it. I think that's foolish. But that's just me.
She kind of like looks at you and shakes her head slowly. I mean, there's a lot to. I guess my order is quite small. These are not exactly of my order. They, because I am the high priestess of the divine light. All orders seem to give me reverence. Well, at least all orders of good, at least. She qualifies.
Well, it'll be foolish for them to disregard her advice. They've also become so accustomed and comfortable in their peace, they don't wish for it to end.
Sure.
If they choose not to heed her warning, that is on them. But I'm sure they will take it with the appropriate weight.
Might be too late at that point, but regardless, hopefully we'll be successful.
Yeah, and that's what we're here for, right?
Just try.
Should be fun.
Yeah. As you, by the way, get up, you notice that that the little baby dragon is currently perched on top of the Warforged, and is gazing out at the dwarven city.
Yay!
As you guys make your way, as the ship turns around and starts sailing away.
So if I heard correctly, Now we're off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ship
Oh,
exits.
that was in character. Like
the ship exits the cave and is back plunged into the mist once more.
Again, untrustingly watching the mist.
Hey, Holly.
Yes?
If all is well, what should we expect? A large open space, tight caverns.
The only way to get to the temple at the center of the island is some tight caverns, yes. But once we get into the temple, there's a lot more space.
Okay.
Good to know.
How much time would you expect? Minutes or hours or days? Any estimation? I know you said it was chaotic.
It's too chaotic.
Okay.
But days at the very least.
At the least?
Can you repeat that, Bryson?
He says that was move, I imagine. In some way, shape, or form, at least.
I couldn't make out the words you were saying at all.
Sorry, I was in the middle of trying not to sneeze.
Bless you.
He said the islands move, I imagine.
The islands move. There we go. That's the word you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
In a matter of speaking, they just are never in the same spot. That's why it's called the Chaos Islands. That and well, each island has its own unique issues.
Issues. Interesting.
She nods. There's when the Sundering happened 5,000 years ago, it ripped into other planes, and the Chaos Islands are what we have left over of that. At least it's not happening to the entire world as it used to.
Anybody? I mean, I'm sure not being able to document their location, but has anybody tried to document the variety of different attributes these islands have?
Oh, I'm sure there are people out there who have done that. But since I travel by Wayfinder, I find that it's better not to attempt to explore those other islands. People often don't come back from them. Well, at least that's what they say. I'm sure there are people that have come and gone as they please. There's probably pirates that have done that, but she shakes her head. It's not easy, is what I'm trying to say.
Fair.
Very fair.
My main concern is if once we get there, if I'll have time to prepare a couple of defenses for us.
Such as?
Similar to what I used that I'd like to think bought Pink a couple of seconds within that beast. I'd like to do the same before we head out onto the island. But if you, obviously given how chaotic it is, if you don't have any warning, I'd rather have it to be used in a reactionary sense.
83 is currently underneath the dragon. Because the dragon's standing on 83's head.
God damn it, I didn't even see that right there. Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
Alright, so you guys are going to have several days of travel at the very least. What do you wish to do with them?
Let's see. How smooth is it because of how slow we're going?
It's, decently smooth.
Mm-hmm.
With bits of waves here and there. Remember, days are each day is a different possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So we got smooth, and on day 3 a storm starts.
I was thinking of trying to do something a little more with my potions, but I can't remember how we ruled like how much material gets used per potion.
It's like a quarter, I think.
I have no clue. I had a full like batch of the general supplies you can buy, and I made 1 charge of oil of slipperiness. But other than that, I personally am not sure. This is the first character I've ever made that's bothered trying to make anything. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish so I actually out of character real quick. I had this idea of a character that specialized in nothing but a bunch of tools. Have him be like a jack of all trades, like a traveling salesman type, because I love making shit like that.
I
And
guilty.
so yeah.
I'm just D&D
I
is
mean,
so open. I don't know how to rule it.
If I didn't, if I am not mistaken, I think Dorian had like links to all the lists of how to create things, but I'll check in a sec.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'd love to make someone who was very crafty. I'd have to sit down, come up with a system that made sense, and then talk with whoever was DMing at that time. In this case, Grizz, to make sure it was actually balanced.
So yeah, the way they're doing the new racial stuff that's coming out in Tasha's Cauldron, you can trade in certain skill proficiencies for tool proficiencies. And I think it's like 1 skill, you get like 2 tool. Like they're teasing it in Adventures League. So there's like a trade-off. It's how they're making like all the races neutral. So there's basically like if you want to be like a super book smart like dwarf, like you can have like +2 intelligence and plus whatever else you want, charisma. Like it doesn't have to be strength and constitution. But yeah, they're doing like a trade out like that.
So interested in seeing what they're gonna, what they're doing and what they're changing, because I have no fucking clue what they're doing.
They teased a bunch of stuff in the thing that was last weekend, the Icewind Dale thing. And Fluffy shared a video with me. I can send it to Tobias after session. But yeah,
I'm buying that book definitely.
Oh,
but
totally buying that book, because if it's anything like Xanthar's, dear
fucking
God,
sidekick rules. Sidekicks.
I still want to get Stibble's Codex of Companions.
You know,
I'm not familiar.
Look it up. It's community created content, but it looks amazing.
Can you send me a message with the name of that in it?
Yeah,
Cool, thank you.
I'll get you the Kickstarter link.
Sweet. Okay.
Nosy or do we not nosy?
I want the next companion
That
to
is
be
the
Tensor's Things of Mess.
Tensure's fucking mess on the floor.
Yes. Tensor's fucking mess. I just fucking. Tensor's fucking mess, yes. And it's just a book filled to the brim with a bunch of things that are homebrew that you might want to use.
Thanks, Gemini.
Odds I will be nosy. I'll be nosy.
Fun.
Good. This will happen at night. It's fine.
I do know.
Best of luck being nosy on me, bitches.
Oh, I'm not nosy on you.
Every night, Amanette's going to scry on Lancelot and just check in and see how he's doing.
All right.
Because she said she was going to do that. Just check in and let them know.
And Kurt is sleeping on top of a barrel.
Every night I am Kaftan.
This first night, I'm going to try to be nosy on a certain person.
Okay, Minette, are you scrying at the side of the deck on the upper deck like that, or are you somewhere else?
I mean, I would ask, does it matter? But apparently it does.
I'm curious because there's on the 3rd day there's a storm going on.
Hey, do it from inside a barrel that Kurt sleeps on.
I mean, okay. In all honesty, if it's raining outside, she's not going to be doing it outside.
Okay.
But I mean, if she's, she would describe like, I guess. I mean, yeah, she might be sitting up there and be like, "Hey, Lancelot, sup? How you doing? You know,
kill a shark today."
Yeah, Pink almost died, did something dumb. We made some good stew. Kurt's cooking's amazing. How you doing? Mafia kill you yet?
Casual conversation.
Casual conversation. But yeah, she'll do that, and then like she'll just, I guess, work on her notes for help Kurt with cooking if he asks her to, and then yeah, just look over her notes and stuff regarding the temples and all the information that she's gotten from Claire, and she'll just be reading her journal, we'll say.
All right. So where what room is she doing this in? Then it's raining.
Oh, raining. Do they have
on night 3? It's raining.
I mean, I guess leaning up next to Kurt's barrel that he's sleeping on. I don't know, like just like wherever she like bunks up for the night, she'll probably just be sitting in bed and reading.
Yeah. Okay. So it's probably in there with the hammocks and everything.
Kick the barrel. Shut up, Kurt.
So Char and Bryson, you're in Pink. You're all up on deck, and Pink, it's long. You get a long rest, so you're healed again.
I do want to say one thing.
Well,
The first night, Bryson's going to do something dumb.
What's he gonna do?
When everyone's asleep, or at least the majority of people are asleep, he's going to try to stealth down and check out the most interesting individual.
Which is?
Aminette.
Oh, and you will notice that I don't sleep.
So I will roll stealth. He got curious. Oh, he did not do very well.
So, just out of curiosity, because I don't necessarily have any suspicions about Bryson, would I see him attempting to sneak down?
I mean, he would have gone probably down like this, this set of stairs, so he might not even gone past you.
Where's my character? Where's my token?
You were in the middle.
You said you're brewing stuff, so I put you where you wouldn't be on the deck and getting water into everything.
Cool.
So he would have walked down this set of stairs, which would.
Yeah, you've lost your aid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
She's asleep. Do I have to roll perception?
So he's also being very loud.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, is it passive?
Yeah,
or do I need to roll
you
with
can just roll perception.
Is it with disadvantage because I'm asleep? Or...
No, just roll perception. He's being loud enough that you don't need disadvantage for this.
Okay. Well, she's not the best at perception, so we'll see.
Oh my god.
Fuck me.
God
damn it!
Oh crap.
No, you don't realize he's there. You're deep asleep.
Yep.
He's just peeking.
How far is he peeking?
Under the hood.
How far? You know what?
He's not gonna like.
Does he follow the trail?
No, he's just looking at the face.
Well, you know what he sees.
Yeah. And he'll go lay down. A little bit over here, basically. He's not gonna say
Come on, Gramps, keep it down. I'm working here.
Char and Pink at night during a storm. Where are you guys at?
During the
probably
storm.
be lower deck.
Yeah, during a storm, probably.
I'd be with Scroll.
Is Millie that's the dragon?
Millie is the dragon woman. Yeah.
Oh, she's pretty. I just saw that token now.
Yeah, she looks currently like a drow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get some sailors up there. Since it's raining, it would probably be the more waterproof ones, except for the one currently combing.
Yeah. I love how Kurt's got like a whole 2 rows of barrels.
Hey, when you're not picky, you get more.
No,
and Kurt has discovered these are not empty barrels. These are barrels with wine in them.
Wine?
Wine?
Someone say wine?
that
like a
can
back
be used in
massager.
cooking.
Yes.
Whining and dining.
Yeah, he's gonna slip one of the biggest barrels down his pocket. No, what do you expect him to do?
He's got a bag of holding, doesn't he?
No.
Oh.
I'm not shady.
I'm not shady.
Sure.
He does everything in the open.
Yeah. I'm not the guy who steals stuff. I'm the guy who pulls out sharks out of the ocean.
I feed you bitches.
Yes. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what? He's asleep, and then he's like kind of wakes up. He goes, wine.
I can smell it.
He smells like wine now.
Which is a improvement.
Or it's just mixed with everything else, and now it's worse. He's just slowly collecting different smells onto himself.
He's like a cast iron skillet. Like, you season the skillet, and then it kind of like absorbs like different flavors and stuff. And the more you use it, the better like the food tastes.
I can taste the curry you did last week.
So, who wants to make a roll for me?
Oh,
yes,
God.
yes. Dibs.
Day 3. Shit, it's the fan. We're gonna die.
Kurt sets dibs.
All right, it's the night of day 3. Most of the shark stew is gone by this point. It is raining hard outside. Roll me a 1d2.
Oh god. It's literally a coin flip. I don't like it.
1d2. Yes.
All right. You hear a boom of thunder, and there's a sudden crack as the mast is struck by lightning and begins to tilt in. The captain rushes out of her quarters. Other sailors come rushing out. And up on deck.
As they run out, Kurt kind of goes, well, it was a big boom.
How high up was the break, if I may ask?
It probably
Or
be
did it
about
not break yet?
Probably be about halfway up as it crashes to the deck.
Okay.
And starts tilting into the water.
We've lost the extra health of 8, right?
Yes, you have. It's been 3 days.
Yep.
In fact, it's been about 4 days at this point.
Yeah, so Kurt is gonna rush up.
Yeah, Aminette will go up as well.
So the winds are picking up, and there's thunder just lightning bolts raining down from the sky. This seems to be a full-blown hurricane that you guys are now somehow sailing yourselves into.
Okay, who's settling the... Never mind, I'm just gonna shut up. I can't talk right now.
What's the time on this one? What's the duration of spider climb? 1 hour.
1 hour concentration.
Yeah, you said the wind is like super strong up here, right?
Yeah, the wind is picking up. There's water everywhere on the deck.
Yeah.
The mast is currently falling into the drink.
Yeah, Aminette's casting spider climb on herself, so she can better get some traction while she's running.
In fact, I need all of you actually to roll me Constitution saving throws, because I didn't actually have you do this when you first got onto the ship, but now the ship is lurching back and forth.
Legs.
Yeah, if you have sea legs, you get an advantage. If you don't, you have a if you rolled the bad one that I think that some of you did before, it's a disadvantage. But yeah.
Okay. Disadvantage.
I mean, I was a sky person.
This is different. You don't get rocked back and forth like this in the sky. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and mark all of your tokens which ones are currently incapacitated by seasickness.
What was the DC?
DC is 10.
Hooray!
So that means Char, Bryson, Jesse. The three of you are all kind of. You're kind of like your vertigo has pulled you down to the deck, and you're finding it unable to move or help right now. As your stomachs are kind of flipping, and your ears are you feel like gravity has increased by a factor of 10, so that you can't even move.
Yeah, I'll shout out to the captain. If she doesn't respond, I'll just
Can
do
you
whatever
say
other
that?
people
Can
are
you say
doing.
that in character, please?
All
If
right.
you're doing something like that, you need to say it in character. You can't just type it
Not a
out.
problem. I just didn't want to shout over everybody. I can get 2 of you flight. Do we repair this now, or just get the mast loose and weather this out?
Captain says, "Do whatever you need to." She's currently, just directing her sailors places.
Okay. Do any of her sails look like they're climbing?
No, because the mast is sheared in half, and it's currently tilted down, and
I was
almost
wondering like if they were trying to go up to cut anything loose, or if it was just
no, it's
whatever they can reach on the deck.
It's hanging like a dead tree that's come falling apart.
Yeah, I was wondering like the ring was holding it up at all to where like it was almost like hinged on its break, or if it just the whole fucker came tumbling down.
It's tumbling down. It's hanging half over the side.
Yeah. And the boat's starting to list.
Yep.
So
and there are massive waves pulling up and drenching the deck. There are more lightning strikes everywhere.
Amanette doesn't know sailing, but if she can see that the winds are picking up, how many sails are there on this boat? Just one in the middle?
Just the one in the middle. The one that's now gone, basically.
Okay. Would she know that it would be bad to keep the sail up? Would she know that having sails up or having friction?
Sail is gone.
Oh.
The mast
That's
broke
what I
underneath
said.
it.
The mast broke. That was the noise you heard. The mast.
No, but Caladril's talking about repairing it. I'm asking, would she know that it's dumb to repair it in the middle of the storm, or wait until the end?
Do you have sailing experience?
No, that's what I'm asking. But I'm talking about winds and sails.
So general intelligence check.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. Just a general int.
I thought you were talking about what you can do right now. It's like,
oh fuck no.
Yeah, she has no idea.
Sounds like a good idea to me, Cal.
Could Kurt just look at the situation and go, like, would the best course of action be to secure the half of the mast that is hanging down over the side of the boat, or is it better to let it go?
Intelligence check. It kind of depends. You really need that mast. You guys are out in the middle of nowhere in an area where nobody goes, so it's not. It wouldn't be pretty if if you had no way of steering the no way of moving the ship. If you were like in a major channel, like back in the Azure Gulf, where you have some good a good possibility of running into somebody after a few days, then it would be like, okay, just let the mast go. You're out in an area where it's unlikely you're going to run into anybody.
Okay, and just so that I understand, the mast is like from here. It's God damn, it's centered. Here, it's kind of like hanging down over one of these sides.
Yeah, it's hanging down over this side.
Right.
The sail is currently dragging in the water.
What does it look like everyone else is attempting to do?
Well, the other sailors are currently cutting down the ropes that are the ropes that are still attached to the mast, which are currently, there's wear and tear on the deck and on the rails, where the mast is just yanking at them, having been sheared in two. So they're in the process of cutting things free.
All right. I think what Curtis is going to do then is get his harpoon out. And he's going to fire over the mast so that he misses it, but the harpoon comes down on the other side. Preferably maybe over here or something. And then he's just going to run and grab that rope and try to secure it to the bottom half of the mast. Right here.
Alright.
So that if the upper half of the mast collapses, it doesn't go into the ocean. Instead, it will hang on to the ship.
So almost like grappling flotsam, like from that game Raft, and tying it however you can to the ship itself.
Yeah,
sort of
if he has to fire it like once or twice, just to get a little bit of not a knot, but get the rope around the mast.
Catch.
Yeah, to catch it, so that if it snaps here and falls down, it's gonna fall but still be attached to the ship.
Aminette can literally walk the rope around it. She can walk on the side of the boat too, if you need be.
Okay. I'd like you to make me a roll then for that.
What type of roll would you like me to do?
Since you're trying to aim at a specific spot, make an attack roll. Okay, where'd you go, dice? I know I dropped you.
Deflow.
Yeah. Just making
So
sure,
I'm aiming
hoping that it didn't
above it.
roll under my desk. Yeah, so the mass is not currently moving too much. It's dragging. You launch if you launch the harpoon over it, and it kind of connects with in the ground over here, because that's what you're trying to do, correct?
Where?
You said you launched it over it, so it has to connect to something. It's connecting to the ground here?
Well, I'm definitely making sure that it doesn't hit anyone else, so I was just for safety, so it would attach in this area. But then I would go and grab it again and, fire once more or something, just so that I can secure it around the...
I don't understand what you're trying to do then, because you're...
Alright, if you look down on this
remember,
map...
your harpoon is firmly attached to the launcher boat. You have no extra rope for the harpoon, so launching it one way and then going and launching it again really isn't possible.
If I may ask, are you attempting to do like the thing they did to the big guy in Gilligan's Island, where like ropes going over it anchored on each side? Or am I misunderstanding?
Kinda, but I mean, if we look
basically
down here...
you can only do one anchor with the rope because there's no way you've only got the one rope for it.
Yes, but I also have 100 feet of silk rope that I can attach to it.
And we have a backup harpoon as well.
You have a backup harpoon? Okay, good.
Yeah, Aminette bought a second one. Just not an extra long.
Like, it has a range of how far it can fire, but that doesn't really matter if I'm just going to fire it up above it and then down on the other side.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to roll initiative, because this thing is swaying, the storm is going fiercely, and it's going to take you more than 6 seconds to reattach that, to basically attach an anchor and then reattach. So we're going to find out if this thing basically can... is going to be able to, you're going to be able to have time to do that or not, because of how quickly all this is happening.
Are we
anybody that's helping?
Or no?
The NPCs will move on the same turn as the mast. So you guys can decide if you want to be on this order or not. If you can do anything useful. If you can't do anything useful, please just don't be on the order.
I think I might have something. It's gonna be difficult given my status, but I might have an idea.
I mean, all Kurt has is harpoon, rope, and strength.
Aminette has spider climb on it, so she can climb up stuff.
I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay. Bryson. Oh wait, hold on a second. Sorry, Bryson. No, you can't. You're one of the incapacitated people. You and Char are both incapacitated. You, Char, and Jesse are all incapacitated. My bad.
So he's
I just wasn't
entirely
sure.
incapacitated?
Yeah, you're busy
I can't
puking
reach
for
my
the.
bag.
You're busy puking. You can't think of anything else. You're as I said, it feels like the gravity is times 10 at the moment for you. Everything. Vertigo is everything at the moment.
Okay, I will not fix that then.
My bad. Caladrill, it's on you then.
Kurt, I'm gonna need you to come with me. We're gonna cut the sail loose.
All
And
right.
then you now have access to flight if you need to. And then I'm going to be zooming up and pulling out my dagger, ready to start cutting the sail off, get a bit of weight off that off the mast. I don't think I have the economy to start doing that, but I'll be basically flying a couple feet off the side of the boat, ready to swoop down and start cutting on the ropes, the rigging.
Okay. All right. So Kurt, you made your launch. The harpoon is currently up here. What you're holding the thing that's that the rope is attached to. What do you wish to do?
Well, since I have a rope already over it, I have an extra 100 feet of rope. If I just look in my silk rope, 100 feet. In that case, and I can fly. I go up there and do loops around the masts, and then I go down and do loops around the mast down here.
All right, you get one action. You get one action and a bonus action. What is your action and which is your bonus action?
Well, that's my movement.
Okay. The movement is your movement, not what you're doing with the rope. That would be like an action or a bonus action.
All right. Well, I don't know.
So you begin the process of roping it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
I think he's saying he's flying around the mast, kind of like the little flyers in Star Wars, around the big wall.
Yeah.
You mean like a maple?
At.
That works too.
Yeah. So I'm holding out the rope and kind of getting it around.
Okay,
let's say I first attach it down here.
All right, so that's your action, and then your movement is starting to fly around it.
Yes, and then I fly around it up there, and then I go down here and reattach it down here.
That would be a different action. You'd have to do it on a different turn.
All right, well,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Down there.
Okay.
Ready to attach it.
So you're starting up there, and then you're using your movement to fly around it with the rope. And your next turn will be moving back down and then attaching it again.
Yes. So that the upper mast is connected to the lower mast again.
Got it. So the rope is down here. The harpoon is stretched over it over there. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how this is working, but I'll run with it. Aminette, what do you wish to do? You're seeing Kurt flying around in the air, a flying dwarf in the rain.
Okay, is there anything in the water dragging?
Caladrill is currently working on that. He's trying to. We heard him right, he is trying to cut ropes, or is he trying to cut the sail?
What I'm trying to do specifically is cut the ropes attaching the sail to the mast.
Okay,
then
so
I'm going to attempt to bundle it up into my bag of holding, just the canvas of the sail.
Okay, so you make an attack roll with. I should have made you. Sorry, I should have made you make an attack roll with your knife. I wasn't.
Oh, I thought you said you were.
I thought you. Oh, you're preparing the action, so that's next turn for you. So it looks like Caladrill's flying down there to attempt to do just that, Aminette.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
So Aminette's gonna take. She's got 50 feet of rope. She's gonna tie it around her waist and tie it around the right here, and she's gonna climb over.
So you tied it to your waist, and then what are you doing?
She's tying it from her waist to the side rail.
Okay, so your entire turn is to do 2 tie actions, is what you're saying.
Correct, and then
okay, so that's what you're gonna be doing for your entire move and that, because that's gonna take more than 6 seconds to do all that tying work. Have you ever tried doing that in real life?
No.
Yeah, basically saying is just I'm trying to say that's the sort of thing that I can. you basically would be sacrificing your movement to do 2 actions in this turn, because if the entire action is tying a rope to 2 different places to secure it.
Sure.
That you wouldn't have the chance to also move in the same turn because everything is just happening so fast.
Sure.
There we go. All right, now for the crew, the mast, and all the rest of that goodness. Okay, I'm going to roll for what the people are doing, the masts, and the storm itself. Alright, the people are currently running around. You're not entirely sure what they're doing. The storm has not changed, and the mast is still kind of swaying underneath the weight of what's going on here. Thankfully, none of you need to make any more checks. Everything seems to be staying the same for this group of seconds. And there's nothing strange like lightning coming down or anything like that. Caladrill!
Oh, it's already back to me. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I will be getting to work cutting the rope attaching the sail, and start attempting to reel it back in towards the shore. So attack with the knife.
Yep.
Hey.
First try, you saw through the first of the first joining of the sail over, like, if you're looking down at the map, like the one section out of three that you would need to cut the entire thing off. You can decide to cut just that section and cut down, or you can continue on through your next turn. But you've gotten the first of 3 sections of the the sail taken care of.
But what I'm gonna go ahead and do, if I can, because I'm guessing I would. What my logic would be, I'm starting from the farthest one out and working my way in.
Yes.
I believe I have the movement, and it looks like it has the length. I would see if I can take that piece and then move over and hand it off to.
It's attached. No. It's attached as all one huge piece.
Sorry, I was viewing like this bit as different.
They are all attached to each other. You basically took down the ropes binding the first third of the entire sail.
I know. I'm saying I want to take. Let me just get the.
So basically, you're stretching the sail out and trying to hand it off to the captain.
Essentially, with this as like a little hinge, I basically want to.
Okay.
Kind of like a door on a hinge.
All right.
Give him the loose end so it's not flapping.
She holds part of the sail that's still, but it's still attached to the rest of that. But she's holding on to the one end.
Yep. I'll get the rest. Reel that in, and ready for next turn.
Kurt, you're flying down and securing the rope.
Yeah, that's his action this turn.
Okay. For this, because of all the rain and everything like that, I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw just to see. Sorry, dexterity check or just to see how well you're tying the knots here, because you're not an experienced sailor. Yep, that's a knot. Yeah.
Cool. I have a second rope that's not attached from my harpoon.
All right.
I'm gonna attach that as well later on.
Okay.
The one I kind of just shot over.
She's gonna crawl over the banister. And she's going to get in a position to, when they start pulling, she's gonna push.
Okay, so she attached to the one rope to her and one up to there, just in case she falls over, and she's going to. Yeah, got it. Okay, next major check. Thankfully, even with that knot of yours, Kurt, the mast still holds. You're still not entirely sure what the sailors are doing, because they are just kind of running around everywhere. The wind seems to be picking up a bit, and it is pressing the ship in a weird direction. Caladriel.
Would I be noticing that it's turning weirdly? That it's drifting?
You might be. Roll perception check. Roll perception check. No, everything is just crazy around you at the moment.
Alright, then I'll be working on the next set of tie-offs and just keep feeding it to the captain. And then just flying on to the next bit, ready for my next quote-unquote attack.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You're seeing how well your knife is soaring through. Yeah, your knife saws you fine. More and more of the sail is just coming loose and just billowing out with the captain holding onto one end. Several of the other sailors start running in her direction. Kurt
flies over here, grabs the harpoon he shot earlier, flies back over here.
All right, which that particular rope would go away then, because that, as I said, that rope is firmly attached to the harpoon.
No, sorry, he flies up to up to the mast.
Did you use your action to cut loose the harpoon, or are you just taking this entire rope with you?
I'm taking the entire harpoon.
Okay, which is still attached to the rope.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, the idea, I did this before I knew I could fly.
Yeah.
So, like, I shot it over. So now I'm just gonna fly over there and fly back up to the mast. Once I'm up there.
Well, the mast isn't up; it's over at the moment because it's again on its side.
Yeah, but this part is higher up, and this part is lower down.
Yes.
Yes. So this is still above.
It's a bit above your head, yeah.
Yes, I'm a dwarf.
Yes, that's true.
Most things go over my head.
I was just thinking that if you were already up here on the upper deck, it's not above you anymore; it's below you.
Yes, but it's over there.
Yes, it is.
I don't have long arms. So I fly back over here. Can I use my action to just move my arms to make the harpoon go over and under and over and under, so that I attach it around the mast? So basically I have one line on this side and one line on this side, so that I can use those two to connect down there, as I did with the last rope.
Okay.
But I'm using my action this turn just to attach it up here, not with a knot, just by loops.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's my action, and that's my turn.
Aminette.
She's just staying in the same thing. She's bracing for pushing.
Okay.
And she knows that nobody said anything yet, so she's just waiting.
Yeah, the captain is not barking out orders.
No.
The captain is barking out orders. She's barking out orders. Everybody get over here and help brace.
Which one is the captain?
She looks like the others. She's right here.
Ah, typical bearded captain.
Yeah. So the sailors all respond well, rushing to her side. However, the sky opens up with more lightning bolts. Two of them come hurling down at the group. One heads right in this direction. One heads over here. Give me a second. Trying to remember how much spell and actual. I mean, lightning bug spell is devastating, but yeah. So
like 3d10 or something, like minimum.
I'm trying to remember if an actual lightning bolt from the sky would be more or less than the spell lightning bolt.
I could see it going both ways.
I think I'm gonna reduce it a bit and go 5d6. That's still probably gonna kill half the sailors though, because it spreads out within like 5-foot range. Everything within 5 feet of where it's
Just the
striking
5 foot
down.
line.
It because they're wearing metal,
Mhm.
things like that.
And
it's going
everything's
to,
wet. And
and
seawater is
everything's
highly
wet.
conductive.
Yes. So I said everything within 5 feet of the spot as it's coming down is just going to get hit. Caladriel, are you on the ground or you're up in the air, right?
I'm still up a little bit, ready to slash the next bit of rigging.
All right. So roll me a dexterity saving throw as well. Okay. So unfortunately, a bunch of sailors cry out in pain and instantly drop because even if they rolled success, they would die from the hit.
Oh.
They only have
It's
11 hit points.
It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, where is it? What page?
249. I'm not sure if it's verified. It's just I saw this on a Reddit. It should be 2d10.
For just a natural lightning strike?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay. Maybe
Yep.
I should...
Improvising damage. 2d10. Being struck by lightning. Stumbling into a fire pit.
Okay.
I mean, it's improvising. It's a suggested table, but it's there.
Yeah. Let's see if that's any better. 9. Okay, so that's not going to instantly kill a whole bunch of sailors. Good for them. Hi, Lyra. Dexterity saving throw. I'm going to go with a 13. So Caladriel, you take half of 9. As the lightning bolt sears down and you feel it singeing into your flesh.
Ow.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was the count? Was it rounded up or down for damage?
You rounded down.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, these are all invisible for some reason. I hate when that happens. I don't know why it goes into always whisper rolls when I add things like this. So let's see. Yeah, only 2 of them failed to save. That's good. So that one takes 9. The rest of them take 4. And then I have to roll for the captain, and I have to roll for the other group, including their damage. Her too? Oh, she rolled a 15 at least.
So it hurts, just doesn't kill her.
Yeah. Whereas it severely damaged a bunch of the sailors over there, bunched together. Yeah. Okay. This next strike is going to affect Char, Bryson, 2 sailors, and Megan.
What? What's going on?
Getting hit by lightning.
Yep. Thankfully, 11 hit points. You guys are currently incapacitated, which I think means, in this case, I'm going to have you roll at disadvantage for dexterity.
Can I not take a reaction?
What?
Can I take a reaction?
What reaction do you wish to take?
Absorb elements.
Yeah.
Reduce damage.
Nice.
Sure.
Nice.
Both those sailors are dead. Like, you just see 2 people on the deck suddenly succumb to their wounds.
Disadvantage, and also absorb elements, so I take half.
That's a nice spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's also great in combat because it adds a little bit of damage to your next attack.
if you're melee.
Mhm.
But I have a shillelagh, no.
Alright. Caladriel, you're up.
Alrighty. I will go ahead and attempt to cut the last bit loose. Let's see. Dagger. Does it cut?
Alright. Yeah, you saw, and the last one's like about to fall. That other end is about to fall on you. Dexterity saving throw, please.
Got to fall on me?
It's heavy and it's being held downward, so the last of it is because of where
I
you're at.
figured I'd be flying over it so I could get an
Oh,
angle.
you're flying over it. Okay, I thought you were
Yeah.
like. I keep looking at the map and thinking. So it
You're
drops.
Kirk is
It
kind
drops
of
straight to the
under it.
ground.
How'd
Kirk
you
is
do
kind of-
the wing thing with the numbers?
What?
Oh. You as you click on it and then hover over it, like you can type numbers in numpad. Just hover over the icon in the where you make the choice and
Oh, cool.
yeah.
I did not know that.
It's good
I was
for
trying to
keeping
think
track of
if you
turns.
You can only go up to 9.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, trying to do that to see if I could like give you a height counter or whatever you wanted to do for that. But yeah, you can cut the last one free and then cast. Where is it? Mass healing word. And I'm gonna put that on all the people in this cluster.
Sweet.
Up to 6 I can see. We're not out of this yet. Now we need to lug this thing out of the water.
So all those sailors are now fully healed again. That's good. Unlike the other two on the other side, which are dead.
Mm-hmm. And what I'll go ahead and do, if there's any kind of rope still attached to the mast, I'll grab it and kind of position myself here, like try to assist in pulling it up out of the water while they pull it onto the deck.
Okay.
I guess that'd be the help action in whatever way I can.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to rule that.
Kurt.
Yarp. So the second rope is around.
Mhm.
He flies. He flies down with the two ends of the rope and tries to attach it to the mast down here.
Alright, roll dexterity. Nice. Like you start throwing that rope around there, and just kind of pulling it taut.
So now, if it snaps fully, it shouldn't go into the ocean at least. He hopes.
Amunet.
She's gonna keep doing what she's doing. She
Well,
can't do anything
then
else.
roll an athletics because you're the one that's. You and Caladriel are doing the same thing, so I need you to roll athletics then because you're gonna be the one pushing.
What do you mean me and Caladriel are doing the same thing? Caladriel was cutting the sail.
No, I finished cutting the
He's
sail.
finished cutting the
I now
sail,
have
so
a rope
he's-
and I'm
he-
pulling upward to assist whoever tries to bring it on deck.
Yes, so you're the one that's doing it now. Now, Amunet. That's you. You're currently struggling. Wait, you got advantage because of the help action. Roll again.
Yep.
Wait, sorry, hold on. Caladriel. Yeah, never mind then. Caladriel already used his action to cut that sail loose. That's not a bonus action.
Oh,
So-
sorry.
Yeah, so sorry, it only occurred to me afterward, but thankfully that was a non-issue anyway. Ooh. More lightning comes down from the sky. One bolt this time. It's gonna aim right for
happening?
What?
Can Eminent do something while she's pushing?
What would you like to do?
Can she assess, because you said the sky opened up, can she assess if this is natural lightning? Or somebody, I mean, like, or is something going on?
Roll a perception check or a nature check.
I mean, it doesn't seem like natural lightning.
But the sky doesn't open and lightning crash.
I also sometimes use the wrong term for certain things because I'm being poetic about verbalization, and my words sometimes reverse themselves.
Okay. Well,
But
that's
yeah.
just what she was doing.
Yeah, it seems natural enough to you.
This is also like the technically fourth time lightning struck directly on the ship.
But not to the same not to the same place twice. Roll your dexterity saving throw, please, Caladriel.
Oh wait.
Sorry for me checking.
So you take 5 points of lightning damage.
So that makes suspicious that lightning would strike so close 3 times in a row. Oh well.
Caladriel.
I'm gonna call out to everybody to fucking pull. And I'm gonna try to begin pulling it and heaving it onto the mast if everybody's ready. If they're not ready, I'll just, I guess, do the help action.
Roll strength check.
Advantage or no?
Yes. You're also kind of struggling to pull on this thing. It's very heavy and awkward. Kurt!
Whatever.
Kurt has attached the ropes as he wanted. He will now go and pull on whatever these fools are pulling at.
The rest of them are just holding the sail that's been disattached and are currently folding it up and trying to get out of the rain where they've already been hit by lightning.
Ah, but I was saying the fools. I mean that Galadriel.
Yep.
What are you pulling at?
The thing in general. We're pulling at whatever we can hold to try to get it on the deck.
That's not how you pull. This is how you pull.
Please, show us, for the love of all that's good and holy.
Yep, the dwarf is definitely showing you guys up. As he starts heaving the entire thing onto the deck. Let's hold on 1 second. So you guys get kind of tangled up in that. Alright. Although you're actually kind of pulling it upwards because of the way you've tied it there, so it's not actually on the deck. You're kind of angling it back up.
Yes, but it's not hanging over the side.
Yeah. Well, it's still it's hanging over the side, but it's now at an angle instead of directly
Yes.
over the side.
Well, if we can get it to not hang over the side, that's a plus.
Maybe
It's not in the water dragging is the important thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess keep pushing.
Strength check. Athletics. This seems to be too heavy for you. Alright. Some of the sailors, after finishing cutting the other ropes that were attached to this and bringing it down, and some of the other ones can break off now from the sail duty, start coming over and helping with this. So that reduces the DC and gives everyone the help action for the next rolls. Alright, check!
Alrighty. With advantage, woo! Oh, come on.
Not like
You don't
that.
move it any. Kurt!
I was gonna call it real quick. I just call to the captain. Once we're done here, I can protect the navigator, but I gotta get a lot of people off the top deck.
Alright. It only needs one more, and then it'll be straight up again. Aminette, it's on you. Advantage, Aminette.
No, wow, that's natural.
Nice! Natural 1, natural 20. Woo! So you guys watch as Aminette, who had been struggling this whole time to try to push on this this mast, is the one to and with the help of the sailors push it all the way back up again. And as the group of you work together to finish securing it, like fixing up some of the ropes so it'll stay up and down instead of like pushed over, one of the sailors coming up from the deck shouts, "Land ho!" And there is a slight scraping noise as your ship seems to come to ground. And that is where we'll be ending it for this session.
Did they really not pull down the anchor in a storm?
Well,